presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are Wisconsin.
And the road trip continues downtown Denver, Colorado. What a beautiful night for baseball. It's kind of hot, though. Temperatures in the 90s. And we are ready for the Brew Crew and the Colorado Rockies from the Lodo District here at Coors Field. A couple of third basemen we got our eyes on. Aramis Ramirez, he's had great success here at Coors Field. And the Rockies, they got a guy who's making a run at an all-star team this year. He leads the club in homers and RBIs. Nolan Arenado, one of the great defenders in the game as well. Hi, everybody. Alongside Bill Schroeder, I'm Brian Anderson. Ready for baseball tonight in Denver, Colorado. The Brewers are trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Rockies have lost 4 straight. So that means we zero in on a couple of guys who have been at the pinnacle, and that's Troy Tulowitzki and Ryan Braun. Each have had success against the opposition.
Yeah, when the Brewers come into Colorado or Colorado comes to Milwaukee, you figure it's going to be all about the offense. And it pretty much is when the Rockies and the Brewers hook up. 2 guys that were in the top of that 2005 draft, Braun, Tulowitzki. Braun got the Rookie of the Year, but Ryan Braun seems to do his best work against this Rocky pitching staff. He continues to swing the bat well each and every time these guys are in town or into Miller Park, but he needs to continue to get it done. Troy Tulowitzki, I mean, this guy, the Brewers have a very difficult time getting this guy out. 12 home runs, 35 RBIs, hitting over 400. It doesn't matter if Tulowitzki's swinging the bat well or not. When the Brewers show up, he pretty much brings out his best, and you can pretty much figure that's going to happen in this series. It's a very good offense for the Rockies. Brewers need to get going to win some games here.
Well, the Rockies are in last place in their division, but this is still going to be a big test for Taylor Youngman tonight. Just his 3rd career start. Craig and Augie will have more from the Dells on the rookie Youngman right after this. The beautiful mountains here in Colorado. I don't see mountains like this anywhere else, but here we are in Denver tonight, starting a 3-game series. It is a clear, sunny evening in Denver. Brewers baseball on Fox Sports Wisconsin, presented by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Book your stay now. Sun is shining brightly. Temperatures soaring into the mid-90s earlier today. Right now, 88 degrees. And we're ready for game 1 of this 3-game series between the Brew Crew and the Colorado Rockies. Great to have you with us here tonight. Craig Counsell and the Brewers. Craig Counsell made his major league debut with the Rockies and was drafted by them, came up in their organization. Now he returns to Coors Field as a manager. A little bit of a milestone for him. Take a look at Counsell's batting order tonight. It is courtesy of Potawatomi. Gene Segura will lead off. Gerardo Parra batting second. Ryan Braun in the 3 spot. And then the middle of the order is Lucroy, Ramirez, and Jason Rogers. Rogers getting the start at first base tonight. Shane Peterson will be the lone lefty, or I should say the other lefty besides Parra in the lineup. He's in left. Hernan Perez will be at second base. And then Taylor Youngman batting ninth. And on the mound tonight, his first appearance at Coors Field, just his 3rd appearance in the big leagues. And there is a former Brewer on the mound, the left-hander Jorge De La Rosa, start number 10 tonight.
Yeah, hard to believe he's 34 years old. Boy, he came up to the big leagues with the Brewers back in 2004. He was really young. Parts of 12 seasons for De La Rosa, the Brewers, Kansas City, and now with Colorado. He's 4-0 in his last 5 starts, throwing the baseball extremely well. He won his last start against the Marlins in Miami, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. He's been throwing the baseball extremely well as of late. Now let's check out your Rockies Menards defense. Barnes, Blackman, and Gonzalez in the outfield. One of the best in the business at third base, Nolan Arenado. He's got 7 errors, but boy, he puts on a show at third base. Tulowitzki is short. LeMahieu, another good defender over at second base. Paulson and Nick Hundley behind home plate.
And the 4-man umpiring crew in place tonight. Bill Miller will call the balls and strikes. Doug Eddings, Jim Wolf, and Adrian Johnson on the base paths here tonight. So the first of 3, the next 2 days will be day games here at Coors Field in Denver. That'll be start times just after the 3 o'clock hour in Milwaukee. And then the Brewers will head home to start a series with the Mets beginning Tuesday. Brewers are in the middle of a stretch of 17 consecutive games. They're looking forward to that day off Monday. 3 to go here in Colorado. And Milwaukee now losers of 6 consecutive games after being swept in that 4-game home-and-home series with the Kansas City Royals. Meanwhile, the Rockies were swept in their home-and-home series with the Houston Astros. So both clubs trying to get back to winning ways. The first pitch is a strike, and away we go from Coors Field. Counsell shifting up his lineup a little bit tonight. He's got Segura leading off. Carlos Gomez still not available. He's still out with that hip injury. But he did have a good day today, and the athletic trainers are pushing Gomez a little bit. And looks like the Brewers are going to just try to get him through the weekend. Gomez was very encouraged with his pregame session today, testing that hip. Says it is as good as it felt since the time he had to exit the lineup with the hip injury. So that is good news.
Yeah, Brewers are trying to avoid another DL stint for Gomez. He's already been on the disabled list once this year. Got to get him in the lineup and making things happen with the left-hander out there, though, with De La Rosa on the mound. Lind and Jeanette sit this one out. So a couple of pretty hot bats not in the lineup tonight.
1-2 to Segura. Back up the middle. Ranging over is LeMahieu, and the throw is in time. That was a close play. It might be reviewable here. We'll see. Segura thinks he's safe.
At least Segura turned around to the Brewers dugout to indicate he'd like to take a look at it. Craig Counsell out on the field, and we'll see what they elect to do. Segura really hustling down to first base on that. Looked was going to be a routine ground ball. Looks like he's out, though.
Counsell just standing out in front of the dugout. That's the new rule this year, and they're going to go ahead and take a look at it. So they will ask for a review. This will be a definitive look here. Ooh, that is going to be close.
Yeah, that angle there, it looks a little bit closer than the previous angle that we had. It's when the ball touches the glove of the first baseman. Question is, when does that happen? Now, the call on the field is out, so there has to be clear and convincing evidence to overturn it.
Judging by that shot, I'm not sure there is clear and convincing evidence, but Counsell is going to give it a try here early. So the replay challenge crew, there is a regular 4-man umpiring crew in New York that looks at this, and that was a quick challenge, and out is the call. So Craig Counsell is out of challenges the rest of the game.
I'm kind of surprised that they went with a review on that. It was bang, bang. It was hard to tell, and just trying to get something going early. The Brewers manager just trying to get this offense to get something going early on, and not able to get it overturned.
So the call is confirmed, 1 away. That's how the day begins for De La Rosa and the Rockies with a 4-3 ground out. And here is Gerardo Parra. Now the two ailing right-handed hitting outfielders, Chris Davis, who continues on the disabled list, and Carlos Gomez, who is on the active roster but not available tonight, forces two left-handed hitting outfielders in the mix tonight against the left-hander De La Rosa as Parra stings one to center field. Oh, and it's over the head of Blackman. Charlie Blackman misplayed that one.
Boy.
Gerardo Parra will roll into second base with a double, what looked like a routine out when it left the bat.
Yeah, it didn't sound like Parra hit it on the sweet spot. Blackman looking up at the flags. That ball fooled him. It carried over his head, but he was dead in his tracks when the ball was hit. Thought it was going to be an easy out, but right over his head. The ball carried pretty well. That's going to be a double for Gerardo Parra, who continues to swing the bat well. Well, you're going to have two lefties in the lineup, two hot hitters. I mean, Peterson's been swinging the bat well, and Gerardo has been hot for a while.
He's just a good player, right? His batting average, .281 to start the year. Here is Ryan Braun now with a runner at second base. And Braun hammers one into center field. That is way back. And goodbye. A home run for Ryan Braun. He loves hitting at Coors Field. And Braun, with his 14th home run of the season, gives the Brewers a quick 2-0 lead.
And yet another home run on the first pitch. I mean, Brawny jumping all over that one into dead center. I think that's 6 or 7 home runs for Braun on the first pitch of his 14. Right down the middle, actually middle in a little bit. Braun waiting for it, expecting to get pitched inside. De La Rosa left it down, and he knocks it out of here, way back in center. Powerball home run count for Ryan, number 14.
He is among league leaders inside the top 10 in home runs. That is his 11th career home run against Colorado, his third here at Coors Field. And a 2-run shot for Braun. The Brewers strike quickly here tonight. That's the first home run for Braun since June 6th when he homered in Minnesota at Target Field. And Lucroy takes a strike. Now Jonathan comes in with a .230 batting average. Lucroy had 2 hits last night, drove in a run in that loss to Kansas City. The Brewers lost 3-2. Most competitive game of that 4-game series, but the Brewers just unable to scratch across a run or two late. Had some golden opportunities in that game.
Yeah, they did. 8th inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Just couldn't play the run to tie it up. The way it goes, you're facing good pitching. I don't blame him. Yeah, Ryan, first hit on the road trip is a home run.
Had been 0 for 7 in the first 2 games of that series against Kansas City. As Lucroy takes a ball low. 2-2 the count on Lucroy. Jonathan on the road trip, 2 for 8. Those 2 hits coming last night.
Yeah, hit the center and hit the right. That's what he does when he's going well. Not trying to pull it. De La Rosa's got a couple of pretty good off-speed pitches. He's got a splitter that he likes to throw to right-handers with 2 strikes. A cutter-slider combination, a curveball and a fastball he likes to turn over from time to time. They really can't try to pull this guy too much from the right side of the plate.
De La Rosa began his career with the Brewers, made it to the big leagues in 2004. He became the Colorado franchise career leader with his 73rd win on Sunday. That passed Aaron Cook. That win against the Marlins. He's had some trouble with a groin injury earlier in the season, and recently Rockies had a cut on his middle finger that has given him some trouble. As Lucroy bounces to short, the short-handed Tulowitzki makes the play for out number 2.
Well, the cut on his middle finger hasn't affected him too much because he's throwing the baseball right now as well as he has in his career. 5 starts, 4-0 at 2.56 ERA. It's got to be in a spot where it's really not affecting his grip, though.
Rockies got him way back in 2008. They dealt him from Kansas City to Colorado. A native of Monterrey, Mexico. And a swing and a miss by Ramirez. Ramos loves hitting here at Coors Field. Who doesn't, right? This is one of the more friendly hitters' park in all of baseball. Everybody was excited to get out for batting practice and see how far the ball travels. It's not just that we're at the high altitude, which helps, but it's also extremely warm today.
Dry.
And the ball is just jumping. As was evidenced by that drive from Parra, which was misplayed by Charlie Blackmon. He plays here every day. Ramirez into right field. That's going back. That's got a chance. On the run is Gonzalez. He leaps up, and it is gone. Aramis Ramirez with a home run. His 8th of the season. And just a flick of the wrist into right center, and it travels all the way out.
No such thing as a routine fly ball in this ballpark. Wow. I mean, De La Rosa had given up 4 home runs in his first 9 starts. He's already given up 2 in this first inning. Yeah, Ramirez waits back. He takes it the other way, gets under it, just doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Cut fastball that's out over the plate. Didn't even get it all that well. It looked like it was down on a trademark a little bit, but just able to sneak over that wall and right.
2 homers in the inning, Braun and Ramirez. 3-0 Brewers. Here is Jason Rogers.
Far cry from Kauffman Stadium.
No question. That's a routine out at Kauffman Stadium.
Yeah.
His first home run to right field this year. The previous 7 all pulled to left field, where his power is these days.
And he hit it on a pitch that he normally tries to pull. It was a cutter that stayed up right down the middle of the plate, waited back and knocked it out of here.
Rogers in a 1-1 count, and a swing and a miss. So 1-2 he goes. Rogers has been a terrific pinch hitter for the Brewers this season. Got his last start on June 9th against the Pirates. Brewers have run into a string of right-handed starters. And he's finally getting a chance to get back in the starting lineup, playing first base. Essentially operating in a platoon with Adam Lind right now.
And the Brewers have had a nominal amount of success against lefties. 6-6 in games started by left-handed pitching.
Well, for a team that's 20 games under 500, that's a major improvement. They'll take them. There's a swing and a miss. Rogers strikes out to end the inning, but the Brew Crew on the board in this first inning. Ryan Braun strikes first. His 14th home run of the season. Then Ramirez goes to the opposite field. And 3 on the board in the first. And now Taylor Youngman on the mound for Milwaukee. He and Ryan Braun connect. Brewers up 3-0 as we head to the home first. And there is Walt Weiss, great Rockies player. Also had some terrific years with the Oakland Athletics. 3rd season as the Rockies skipper. And his Potawatomi batting order tonight looks like this. He's got Charlie Blackmon, DJ LeMahieu, then Troy Tulowitzki. Carlos Gonzalez bats cleanup, Nolan Arenado, and Ben Paulson in the middle of the order. And then it's Hundley, Barnes, and De La Rosa rounding out the starting 9 that will face Taylor Youngman.
Yeah, first 2 starts in his big league career have gone pretty well. He's 1-1, giving up 3 earned runs in 12 innings. They lost to the Nationals his last time out at Miller Park.
Got a win in his major league debut against the Pirates, and he starts Blackmon with strike 1.
Yeah, pitch count a big issue for him last time. 5 innings, and he used 105 pitches to get through it. He only allowed 2 runs.
Blackmon on the ground, backhanded by Rogers, and Youngman is there. Close play, but out at first base. Blackmon retired on a 3-1 putout. And let's check the Milwaukee Menards defense tonight at Coors Field.
Well, notice we got in the lineup Scooter Gennett and Adam Lind. You got Hernan Perez at second base, and you got Rogers at first. Pretty much the same group as you would expect to see. Fish started second base tonight for Perez.
And he is excited to have the playing time here tonight. He's been starting at third base, and Craig Counsell feeling like he's got a chance to be an excellent third baseman, but he's certainly comfortable at second as well. As Youngman deals strike 1 to DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu's off to a good start to his season as we hit mid-June, hitting .325 this year. He is a big second baseman. He is 6'4". Packs a little punch as well.
Pretty big up the middle, aren't they? These Colorado Rockies. You got Blackmon, a big guy out in center, Tulowitzki, and LeMahieu having an all-star season. He's 5th in the league in batting average.
And LeMahieu with that .325 average. Paul Goldschmidt leads the league, hitting .357. LeMahieu is also among league leaders in hits in the National League with 77 hits. D. Gordon leads the league with the Miami Marlins. He has 99 hits already this year. We're in mid-June. Those are the top 5 batting averages in the National League. Goldschmidt, not only an all-star season, but having an MVP type season in the National League.
Yeah, the Brewers have seen about enough of Goldschmidt as they want to see. They're going to be going into Colorado or Arizona in July. Just saw the Nationals. Craig Counsell looking for some continuity offensively. He's got to get something going here.
Well, this is a place to get the bats going. No question about that. The key is, can you hold an offense down as Youngman deals? Ground ball. Look at this play. Ramirez, a catch and a spin and a throw to first in time.
Found the youth out here in Colorado, huh? Wow. That's a nice play by Aramis. Angling back, he goes down and gets the hop and is able to throw out LeMahieu. That's a nice play on a very tricky hop in a hole. There you go. No problem.
Yeah, Ramos Ramirez, a little flash of yesteryear with Ramirez. Yeah, he'd love to get on a little bit of a run here. He knows there are a lot of teams that are watching him. He's announced this is his final year, and you would imagine he could help a team in a pennant race. Troy Tulowitzki with 2 away, sitting on a 12-game hitting streak. This guy's been hot. Month of June, he's got 22 hits and 60 at-bats. And he always hurts the Brewers. Great career numbers against Milwaukee, over 400 for a batting average against Brewer pitching throughout the years.
Home runs, RBIs down a little bit. He still makes terrific contact and over 300.
Sounded like he broke his bat, and coming in is Parra. He runs it down for the out. And a 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Youngman. The Brewers get him 3 in the first. Youngman with a shutdown inning in the home first. Scoreboard has the Brewers on top 3-0. In today's game, we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. Today, every Brewers homer in this game raises $12,500 for prostate cancer research, and you can make a pledge by going online, homerunchallenege.org. Already 25,000 in the kitty, and let's see if the Brewers can add to that. 2 first-inning homers, Braun and Ramirez. And here is Shane Peterson leading off here in the second inning. This guy has opened up some eyes for the Brewers. As bad as the Brewers have been playing during this 6-game losing streak, Shane Peterson has been the opposite of that. He's making catches, making throws, he's hitting.
Made a great catch in left field last night.
That ended up on many of the highlight shows across the country last night.
Yeah, that saved Jimmy Nelson some runs early in the game.
Peterson has 4 hits on this trip. The third game of this trip, he's 4 for 7 in the first 2. He's on a little bit of a hitting streak at 4 games, but he's got 6 hits in those 4 games. Shane Peterson, not only has he swung the bat, but what he's done defensively, threw a man out in Pittsburgh, already has 3 outfield assists, and he's got 2 of them in the last week. That was against the Royals earlier in the week, and this was last night. Gordon trying to score, and he cut him down, or 2 nights ago, I should say. And a bouncing ball to Mayhew, jump throw, no chance. Peterson legs out an infield hit.
Well, 5 hits now on the road trip, 5 for 8. Got to keep him in there. I mean, it's nice to be able to rest Carlos Gomez when you get production out of a young guy like Shane Peterson, not only at the plate, but we saw in the outfield. Well, LeMahieu not able to make that play. He was able to throw out Segura on a play similar to that. Not quite as far up the middle, and the one he was able to throw out Gene Segura. Another leadoff base runner for the Brewers.
Yeah, their 4th hit already. Here is Hernan Perez now. Well, Perez starting to get some playing time. He is starting to swing the bat. He has been working extremely hard with the Brewers hitting coach, Darnell Coles, and he knows that his time is coming here with the Brewers. That was not the case with the Tigers. The Brewers were able to pick him up off waivers from the Tigers. That was back on June 2nd. So just a few weeks here with the ball club. He's starting to acclimate himself, get used to his surroundings, his coaching staff. I thought it was interesting what Craig Counsell said about Perez today. He said he has developed a batting cage swing.
Right.
And because he was not playing much with the Tigers, and they couldn't send him down because he was out of options, he really was just an extra man. He sends that one deep into left center field. That is way back, and it is off the top of the wall. Peterson around third. He will score, and it's an RBI double for Hernan Perez. 4-0 Milwaukee.
That's no cage swing. It's tough to duplicate or replicate, game speed when you're talking about trying to get that batting stroke grooved, but you got to do the best you can. And last couple of games, Perez has been swinging it well. 3 hits now. This is a double and an RBI, and the Brewers all over Jorge De La Rosa, who's been pitching lights out in his last 5 starts, jumping all over him here early. And bottom of the order, getting it done. Peterson and Perez to drive in another.
Hernan now has 5 hits in his last 8 at-bats. That gives Youngman a chance to drop a bunt down here. Well, good for him. I mean, this is a guy that there were a lot of questions about. He hit well in the minor leagues of the Tigers system. It was one of the most productive shortstops in the International League last year. And with that very little playing time, and when Craig Counsell says he's developed a cage swing, what does that even look like, and how do you get out of that?
Well, you can hit the ball squarely in the batting cage, under the stadium. You don't see the flight of the baseball so much. You maybe see it for maybe 10 feet or so, but sometimes you can make mistakes with your stroke and still hit the ball hard and with authority, but really not with that backspin, because you can't see the flight of the baseball, so you really don't know what you're actually working on other than making good contact. You don't know what the flight of the baseball looks like.
I've never heard that before, and talking to Craig about it, he goes, when I was a part-time player, when I was a role player coming off the bench, I tried to limit my swings in the cage. There was one school of thought that says you've got to grind it out. You're not playing in the game, so you've got to grind it out before the games. But his point was just the opposite. If you make batting practice your game, or if you're in the cage specifically between innings or between your starts, you're never going to see what you want to see in that intensity of game activity. and you get a little complacent.
Well, because the flight of the baseball is going to dictate what you have to work on. I mean, if you continue to hit line drives that are hooking as they get to the outfield, that means you've got a bit of an uppercut and you have top spin on the baseball. You want to eliminate that. So in batting practice on the field, you could see that happening, and in the cage you can't, so you're not sure what to work on.
Youngman trying to get a bunt down. He takes ball 4. Excellent at bat there by Taylor Youngman. He took some close pitches, and instead of just giving himself up right away, he earns a walk. And it's first and second with nobody out. Top of the order coming up now.
He looks like he has an idea up there at the plate. He really does. I mean, he's not a guy that just goes up there to looking to see how fast he can turn around and go back to the dugout. Feels as though he's going to get a good at bat. He can swing the bat pretty well. And obviously a good eye in that at bat.
So that'll bring up Gene Segura. And he takes a strike.
The problem with the cage swing is sometimes when you're a part-time player, you're not playing too much, that's all you have. You only have maybe 10, 15 swings in the regular batting practice because the starters are getting all the swings.
Got to let him out in the open fields to see what he can do. And the Brewers, they claim Perez off waivers from the Tigers, which means this is going to be a rebuild situation here. And if you're trying to get some answers on who's going to be in Brewers uniforms over the next few years, you try to find out as much as you can. So you would figure Perez, this is going to be a great opportunity for him over the next few months. First and second for Segura. Nobody out. De La Rosa deals it, and Segura, great play by Arenado. He goes to the bag for 1. That's all he'll get. But he saves a run, robs Segura of a base hit. This guy is something special at third base.
Yeah, he's almost like an octopus out there. That's what they kind of say. He's got arms all over the place, knocking balls down, able to get to him, and for a big guy, able to get down, smother that one and get the lead out.
So 1 away, first and second for Gerardo Parra. And Parra takes a strike.
Getting back to the batting practice thing for the extra guys, more times than not, when the Brewers have a night game on the road, they're going to come out about 1:30, 2 o'clock and take extra batting practice on the field. Darnell Coles does that routinely. Guys come out. That's not mandatory. They come out if they want to get some extra swings and try to rectify what you were just talking about.
Create a little more intensity.
So it's not a lack of effort by the coaching staff to get these guys extra work.
Here's Parra now, pitches low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Gerardo. De La Rosa having a rough time to start this game. The Brewers have scored 4 runs already on 5 hits and a walk. Braun hit a 2-run homer last inning. Ramirez with a solo shot. And then Hernan Perez just doubled in a run here in the second. Parra breaks his bat. Tulowitzki is right there. LeMahieu with a Paulson and a double play to end the inning. It goes 6-4-3. The Brewers do add 1 to it, though. 4-0 Milwaukee. Bottom of the second inning. A couple of home runs on the board already. Braun and Ramirez. Here's our Carsoup.com trivia question tonight. Which three current Colorado Rockies also played for the Milwaukee Brewers? Good question there. Current Colorado Rockies. Carlos Gonzalez set to lead off for the Rockies. Taylor Youngman back out for his second inning. Worked a scoreless 1-2-3 first. Gonzalez finally starting to hit again. He had a great start to the year at Miller Park against the Brewers. He was 5 for 13 in that series, had 3 doubles and a homer. And check his T-Mobile game changer statistics. Carlos Gonzalez has had a good run here in the last few days. He has hits in 13 of his last 15 games. And his last 3 games, he has just the 3 hits, but they're all for home runs.
Yeah.
7 runs batted in. Those are all coming against the Houston Astros.
Some kind of hitter. It's amazing that guy goes into slumps. We've really never seen him in a slump. Remember that home run he hit at Miller Park in center field?
Unbelievable.
I mean, that was high off the scoreboard in center field and still rising.
He got off to that great start, and it was shortly thereafter he went into a severe slump at the plate. As a matter of fact, as of May 26th, he was hitting .201. So deep into late May. But from that moment on, May 27th up until today, he's got a .321 batting average with 6 homers, 14 runs batted in. Broke another bat, did Youngman. And there is out number 1. Tulowitzki and Gonzalez are looking for new lumber here against Taylor Youngman.
Figure early on, first time through, maybe Youngman's going to be able to get away with that fastball. Hasn't thrown a breaking pitch yet. That's something to keep an eye on. How is that curveball going to react here at Coors Field? Not too many guys have had a lot of success with the big curveballs. But none of these Rockies have ever seen him before, so you might be able to get away with just fastballs early on.
Here is Nolan Arenado now with 1 away. Youngman is certainly used to pitching in the high altitude. He started his season at Colorado Springs and didn't have a whole lot of success there, as a matter of fact. It is an extremely tough place to pitch. Had a .637 earned run average at the time of his promotion to the big leagues.
Now, the altitude in Colorado Springs, a lot higher than even here. Mile High City, 5,280 feet. Almost 6,500 feet of elevation in Colorado Springs. Wow. And he only allowed 2 home runs in his starts down in the minor leagues. That's not bad.
They say the wind blows out a lot. Ground ball to Segura. He'll wind it up. Arenado is retired. 2 up, 2 down, and 2 ground ball outs.
Hey, Paul Molitor returns to Milwaukee next Friday through Sunday as the Brewers host the Twins. And on Sunday, June 28th, all fans at Miller Park will get a Paul Molitor bobblehead, courtesy of Clements. Visit Brewers.com to reserve your spot at the ballpark today. There he is, head first slide, Paul Molitor.
And Molitor and the Twins hanging right in there with the Kansas City Royals. Minnesota 3.5 back to start play today. They've won back-to-back games. They got a walk-off yesterday against the Cardinals. Denis Vargas had a walk-off homer for the Twins yesterday. Brewers got enough of the Royals, that's for sure. That looks like one of the better teams in the big leagues.
Yeah, Brewers only able to scratch out 8 runs in 4 games against Kansas City. Already 4 tonight in 2 innings in Colorado. Far and away the best team the Brewers have faced, in a lot of our opinions at least, Kansas City Royals.
Greg Counsell is a believer. Congratulations to Ned Yost. He became the all-time winningest Royals manager with the victory yesterday past Whitey Herzog with that win yesterday. Has never lost to the Brewers. Ned Yost. Royals have the Red Sox tonight in Kansas City. 1-2 pitch is low and away. Ben Paulson, born in Plymouth, Wisconsin. Getting a chance to play first base. Justin Morneau is on the disabled list. He's out with a cervical strain. Had some concussion problems as well. Another ground ball. Shatters a bird. Youngman and Rogers can't communicate there. And safe is the call. Not sure why the throw didn't go to Rogers. He was there, and I'm not sure how much the bird affected what everybody was seeing over there.
And that's going to be the first hit of the ball game, and a little confusion between Rogers and Taylor Youngman. Check out the bird at second base. Takes off. Good concentration by Perez. And a little bit late. Now Paulson able to beat it. Look out.
Or did he? That was close.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the throw. You're right. I mean, why did Perez throw to the pitcher? You had Rogers standing right there.
Craig Counsell already used his challenge, so there's no challenge available.
Can't do it.
Now the umpires, after you get past the 7th inning, they can go to the replay themselves. But as a manager, without a challenge, you can't force them to go there, and they certainly won't do it here in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, that was a risky challenge in the 1st inning, in all honesty. I mean, that was bang, bang at best.
Another ground ball, snap throw to second, and the inning is over. So an infield hit on a little bit of a miscommunication there at first base. Brewers still lead it, though, 4-0, and Ryan Braun will lead off when we come back. Nothing. Taylor Youngman's put 2 scoreless on the board as well, getting a ton of ground ball outs here tonight. Now vote for your MVP and help us decide which Fox Sports Supports partner will be crowned the winner. The charity with the most votes at the end of the Brewers season will score big with a donation from Huppy and Abraham. Choose from American Heart Association of Wisconsin, Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee, or Fisher House, Wisconsin. And to vote, visit foxsportswisconsin.com/supports.
Tough choice.
Those are all 3
all great.
the good ones that we'd love to support. Cameras are out. Ryan Braun is coming up. Braun hit a long homer in the 1st inning, deep center field. Home run number 14, now has 43 runs batted in.
Had a big group on a tour here to Coors Field this weekend. 30 strong. A friend of ours, Jody and Elmer Bakke, bringing out some folks.
That's good to have him. This is a great ballpark. It's a great setting, the downtown environment. You can walk to a lot of the downtown hotels to the ballpark, great restaurants and bars.
It's a great walking city.
It
down
is.
by the river. Yep.
Make a little stop at the leather shop.
Yeah, I did. Yep, I made a couple purchases.
Braun in a 2-1 count. Jorge De La Rosa. And that one's up and in. 3 balls and a strike. De La Rosa is off to a very slow start here tonight. He's given up some hard hit balls to the Brew Crew.
Not really throwing all that hard tonight. I mean, 92, 93. The cut fastball at about 88. It was a cut fastball that almost hit Braun right there.
A little hesitation, and Braun pulls it foul. Well, a play that is worth another look, courtesy of Columbia St. Mary's. Braun, you could hear by the sound of it. His 14th home run of the year, 3rd time he has gone deep here at Coors Field in Denver.
It's not a Coors Field home run. That would have been out just about everywhere.
And his 11th home run against the Rockies all time. We hit the air tonight talking about the success of Braun against the Rockies and Tulowitzki against the Brewers. And Braun living up to it.
Now, Aramis' home run might have been a Coors Field homer. He'll take it.
Or a Yankee Stadium homer.
Right. A-Rod had one.
Yes, he did. That was a milestone moment for Alex Rodriguez. We'll give you a peek at that here in a minute. Three and two to Braun. And a swing and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. So from one Miami Hurricane to another, this happened earlier tonight. Justin Verlander on the mound. Alex Rodriguez with a home run for his 3,000th career hit. Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit was a home run back in 2011, and now Alex Rodriguez
off of Justin Verlander. That is a jet stream out there in right field at Yankee Stadium, and
29th player in Major League history with 3,000 hits. Jonathan Lucroy lines one into the gap in left center. A base hit for Lucroy.
Yeah, Lucroy's been all over the batting order, hadn't he? Second, first, now fourth tonight. He's starting to swing the bat like Lucroy can, like he did last year.
Just to finish off the Alex Rodriguez 3,000th hit. He is the 3rd player in MLB history to hit a home run for hit number 3,000. Other than Jeter, Wade Boggs. I believe that came as a Tampa Bay Devil Ray at the time.
It's going to cost him a bundle to get that ball back.
Oh, you know, there's news on that actually. So
3,000th hit.
The guy who caught that ball is apparently a pretty well-known collector. And he is not giving up the ball. He said, I'm keeping it. And so I don't think he's going to get that back. Ramirez with a shift on, bangs one through. Lucroy on his way to third base. And Aramis Ramirez enjoying the altitude of Coors Field. He's 2 for 2 tonight. First and third for the Brewers with one away.
Very limited range for Tulowitzki on that ground ball. I mean, he's had leg problems, hip problems, and Ramirez hits the ball hard, but Tulowitzki not moving all that well, going up the middle. Check it out. The ball is not that far away from him, a couple of steps and a dive, and that's the other element to Coors Field. These outfielders have to play so deep, you can take extra bases easily, and Lucroy took advantage of it.
So here is Jason Rogers with 2 on. Got a chance to drive in some runs here. First and third for the Brewers. They lead 4-0. Say this time of the night in Denver, and we won't have this for the rest of the series with a couple of day games, but throws to first base are almost impossible to catch if they are up high above the belt.
Sun sets over that left field foul pole, and the first baseman has a Very difficult time on throws from the shortstop in the hole and third base. See Ramirez covering his eyes.
Todd Helton used to tell his pitchers to bounce him in. Even a long bounce,
throw him low,
would be okay. He could handle the short hop.
I've seen Helton miss balls over there before. I mean, just airmail him. Can't see him.
Rogers with runners at the corners takes one low. De La Rosa falling behind 3-0.
Green light here. Why not? Let him swing.
And he missed badly. Rogers draws the walk. And the bases are loaded here with one away. Starting to look like a very short start for Jorge De La Rosa, and Walt Weiss is on his way out to the mound.
Back-to-back starts for De La Rosa, 7 innings. You know, combining those 2 starts, 14 innings, 7 hits, and only 3 runs allowed. So it might be catching up to him a bit. Remember, they've been talking about that cut that he has on his middle finger. Not sure if that's affecting him tonight.
Yeah, this is not a meeting to make a pitching change. There is no activity in the Rockies bullpen. Weiss wanted to deliver a message himself, and with the bullpen empty, De La Rosa will continue with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the 3rd inning. De La Rosa was actually packaged in a deal with Craig Counsell from Arizona to Milwaukee. That's how he got to the Brewers. That Richie Sexson trade, 2003.
Junior Spivey in that deal, Chad Moeller. Remember those names?
I do.
Junior Spivey.
Yep. Jorge De La Rosa came with Chris Capuano, Craig Counsell, Moeller, Lyle Overbay, and Junior Spivey.
Yeah.
For Shane Nance and Richie Sexson. That was the deal. There's also a player to be named later in that deal. And that player to be named later, one of my favorite names ever in the Brewers minor league lore, Nucci Varner. Nucci never made it.
No, he
but
didn't.
Man, if he would have made it, what a story.
Either did Calyx Crab. That's my name.
Calyx Crab. You know who did make it, though? Joe Winklesass.
Yes, he did. A couple of starts.
Yes, he did. That's Bob Euchre's personal favorite.
Oh, yeah.
We're thinking about you, Euch, especially when we think about Joe Winklesass.
I hear Euch's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing well. Joe Block's been giving us the daily reports on Mr. Baseball. Euch had a little incident at Miller Park. Took a batting practice ball that hit the L screen of the cage, came up and over the batting cage and hit Bob on the head.
Yeah.
And he tried to give it a go that night, but had a mild concussion, and by all accounts he's doing just fine. Peterson, a wave and a miss. Full count to Shane Peterson, who reached on an infield hit his last time out. Brewers a chance to bust it open here. Bases loaded. And Peterson draws the walk. Another terrific at bat. Shane Peterson earns an RBI the easy way. Walks with the bases loaded. It is 5-0. And some boo birds come out here in Colorado.
Well, gutsy take by Peterson. Didn't miss by much. And home plate umpire Bill Miller calls it off the plate. RBI for Shane. And Brewers able to take advantage. And he started out with a strikeout and 4 consecutive batters reach.
2 singles, 2 walks. Still no activity in the Colorado bullpen. Here is Hernan Perez. Perez with a double and an RBI in the 2nd inning. The second double of the season for Perez. Both have come as a member of the Brewers, and that one's ripped down the line, but foul into the seats. And just now, some activity in the bullpen for the Rockies. Christian Bergman throws his first pitch. He'll need at least 2 batters. You figure De La Rosa's got the rest of this inning through the pitcher, and then Brewers might be able to chase him early here, get into that bullpen. Here's an 0-2. Perez down the right field line, slicing, foul.
Rockies, another team with 8 relievers in their bullpen. Just left Kansas City, they had 8. Seems to be a standard practice these days.
Feels like you almost have to have 8 here, and it's a lot easier to navigate 8 relievers in the American League. Most American League teams will do that. Swing and a miss, down he goes. De La Rosa picks up his 3rd strikeout, 2nd K in the inning. And the bases still loaded, 2 away for Taylor Youngman.
And some good pitches he throws to Perez here. There's that cut fastball, whatever you want to call it, cut fastball slider down and in.
Well, here is Youngman now. He's a guy who handles the bat well. We haven't seen a whole lot of him, but he put up some pretty respectable numbers in the minor leagues as a hitter. He's looking for his first in the big leagues. He is 0 for 3, just drew his first career walk his last time up. He's got him loaded. The Brewers lead 5-0. And Youngman, big swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two third basemen having a chat. Rogers, he reached on a walk.
Corners are closed tonight. That was pretty close on that outside corner.
Instead of the humidor here in Denver, maybe they just ought to make the strike zone from the helmet to the toes. Ground ball right to LeMahieu, and he'll flip it to Tulowitzki for the out. Side retired. The Brewers strand the bases loaded. They do add 1 though, and they lead it 5-0. Headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and a quick reminder here, Mount Olympus Water and Theme Park includes a sprawling 300-acre outdoor park featuring 44 water slides. It has 7 roller coasters and numerous kiddie rides. The centerpiece is its huge wave pool. It unleashes a 9-foot wave every 90 seconds. Plus, the indoor park offers year-round attractions. Very similar out there in the rock pile in center field.
Yeah, those are water slide.
Always fun at Wisconsin Dells. And Craig and Augie are out there along with our Brewers Live pre- and post-game crew. Sophia is out there, I think, working for Fox Sports North. So you might see Sophia make an appearance.
Yeah, we're a little bit short-handed out here, aren't we?
It's okay.
Sophia?
We will overcome. Sophia is. I'm just getting confirmation that she is.
I'm sure she appreciates everybody knowing
serving
that.
Both networks, North and Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Good job.
That's how important she is.
Taylor Youngman back to work. His first pitch is a strike. Brandon Barnes leading off for the Rockies. Be followed by De La Rosa, then back to the top of the order. Youngman is getting a ton of ground balls thus far. The only out that was not a ground ball out was Tulowitzki's fly ball to center field in the first inning.
And even the base hit was a ground ball,
which should have been an out.
Right.
But
and he's used nothing but fastballs. He hasn't thrown a curveball yet. He does keep the baseball down. He's got a little cut to it to right-handed batters when he puts it on the outside part of the plate. And again, that delivery, the deception of his delivery is going to give him an early advantage in this Rockies lineup. They've never seen him before, but they're going to adjust quickly. So he's going to as well. Going to have to adjust.
He just hit 95 with the fastball. That's as hard as we've seen him throw this year. And that's a strike. The pitch is dropped. Lucroy's going to have to secure it at first. Does so.
Got crossed up.
He was looking for a breaking ball, wasn't he? Amazing that he was able to keep it around home plate.
And ordinarily you don't get a call on that if you drop it, but it was right down the middle or pretty close. All smiles, you got the out. And watch Lucroy. He's expecting something off speed, and this one handcuffs him badly. Gets him in the heel of the glove, hits him in the chest protector. Bingo. All right, we'll get the out.
I thought I read his lips when he went out saying, "My bad." And the only reason a catcher would say that is if he forgot what sign he put down.
Crossed himself up?
That's right. I mean, what other reason would he have to say my bad?
Right, my bad is that's my fault. But, that's happened before, and I've done that with a man at second base, with the multiple signs.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get confused in the heat of the moment, but usually not when you're throwing down one sign.
De La Rosa fouls that one away. And the count quickly 0-2. And making a catch, keep it for himself.
You have a much better chance of catching a pitch if you're thinking fastball getting off speed. You're able to make the adjustment and catch it. The other way around is tough. There's a first curveball.
So if you're expecting a fastball and you get a breaking ball, those are usually manageable.
Right.
If you're thinking breaking ball, which obviously Lucroy was,
you can slow yourself down and can't speed yourself up.
It just happened to be right down the middle of the plate. 0-2 pitch is bounce foul.
Which is just the opposite of what you can do at the plate. I mean, if you're thinking off speed and you get fastball, very difficult to be able to react to that. You can slow down, but you can't speed up as much at the plate. So it's a little bit just the opposite.
Makes sense. There's a moral to that story. There's a curveball. Hit deep on the run, Peterson, and he runs it down. Shane Peterson again. Man, this guy's making great catches every night. Fantastic play in left field by Peterson.
Best contact of the night coming off the bat of the pitcher. Trying to work that curveball in. Why not? I mean, you're going to test it out against the other pitcher. But De La Rosa nearly was able to get extra base hits on that curveball, taking it to the opposite field. And look at Shane Peterson. Well done. Had to go a long way to catch that one.
Yeah, when you think about where he started from, the Brewers had him toward the line and shallow with the pitcher at the plate. Had to make a terrific catch. All right, so this will be the real test here for Youngman. Second time through the batting order now. First time through, the Rockies go 1 for 9. Youngman with a strikeout. Charlie Blackmon with 2 outs. Big swing and a foul. This is the best fastball that Youngman has shown thus far as a big leaguer. This is his 3rd start. He is riding consistently 93 to 95.
You're probably thinking he needs a little bit extra on the fastball because the curveball is not going to be as effective for him. That's been a good pitch in his first 2 starts, the curveball. 93 to 95 with the fastball.
He's hit 95. That curveball has been as slow as 77. He's only thrown just a few of those, just 2 of them actually. 2 balls and a strike on Blackmon. Bounces one first base. Rogers is there. Youngman is there for him. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Youngman. He is rolling right here at Coors Field. He's got 3 scoreless on the board.
Brought to you by Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. By Piggly Wiggly, the official supermarket of Fox Sports Wisconsin. And by Hupy and Abraham. 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham. Tell them you mean business.
Coors Field, Denver, Colorado. Beautiful Coors Field on a great night for baseball. It's a hot night, but easy to get loose on a night like this. Great baseball weather here in Denver. The new rooftop that was installed last year. One of the new features here at Coors Field. Brewers lead at 5-0 as we head to the 4th inning.
They took out the purple stripe up there, right? That marked exactly 1 mile.
It's still up there, but it's
is it up there? Oh, it's up there.
You got to go to the next section.
Foul ground. Yep. The seats.
That marks the official mile high. That purple row of seats right there.
A little tough to get your wind in this city, you know, walking around town.
It is. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Segura, and he bounces one. Going to be a tough play. Jump throw by Tulowitzki. Segura beats it out. Infield hit. Excellent play by Tulowitzki, but no chance to get the speedy Segura. And he reaches with an infield single to start this 4th inning.
There have been a couple of good plays to get Segura in his first 2 at-bats. This time able to get it just enough out of the reach, and Tulowitzki able to grab it but can't get anything on the throw. So finally Segura with a base hit. Been flirting with hits his first 2 times up.
Segura was 0 for 16 at the plate until that hit. Let's hope that starts a hot streak for Segura. Man on to start the inning for Gerardo Parra. Well, in our lows never stop improving spotlight tonight, we look at Gerardo Parra. Since April 25th, he's hit for a .312 average and .831 OPS for what was considered a part-time player, fourth outfielder. Parra has been out there every day, and he has played well. Made great catches. He's thrown the ball well. There's a ground ball that is through, a base hit. Segura around second, on his way to third. The throw goes to third. Segura's in there, and Parra is out at second. Arenado gloves it and fires it right to the bag to get the out.
Just trying to do a little bit too much out there, Gerardo Parra. I mean, we've been talking about that throughout the night already. These outfielders play so deep, you can take liberties and take extra bases on balls you ordinarily wouldn't be able to do that. Look at Segura. He's well beyond second base by the time Blackman gets the ball. With the base running error by Parra to get the out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, and he starts and then stops again, and then goes again, and a little bit too late.
I was waiting to see if the throw was going to go through, which it did, but that's one of those subtle defensive maneuvers that Arenado does that just changes innings. As Braun bounces one foul with a runner at third. It doesn't show up in a box score, Rock, but Arenado, he knows he's not going to have an out at third. So he immediately starts running toward the throw to cut down the distance, and it's just it's almost like turning a double play. He's in a catch and release mode, not even trying to make a tag, and he fired a strike right to LeMahieu. Braun's hit by that pitch. That got him on his shin guard that he wears, and he will reach. So first and third, and again, De La Rosa has all kind of traffic to deal with.
Every inning. I mean, the Brewers have had opportunities, and they've been able to cash in the first 3 innings. If you're going to get hit, that's where you want to get hit, right on that shin guard.
Trying to get that cutter inside, right? And right off the guard.
Yeah, that's not going to hurt.
So we're here in the 4th inning with 1 out, and 14 Brewers have reached base already. Milwaukee already is 4 for 8 with runners on. Jonathan Lucroy got him at the corners. Lucroy had a single his last time up. He scored a run. Scored the 5th run on the Shane Peterson walk with the bases loaded.
A lot of cutters from De La Rosa. Don't remember that many. Throughout his career, more. He used to be able to get it up there for 95, 96. Maybe not these days, but a lot of cut fastballs. We haven't seen too many curveballs. Of course, you're not gonna in this ballpark. Not too many splitters either.
Well, he bounced around a lot early in his career, did De La Rosa. We told you about that trade from the Diamondbacks organization to Milwaukee. Made it to the big leagues with the Brewers in '04. Time with Kansas City, but he's found a home here in Colorado. He's been here since '08. And he is the Rockies career franchise leader in strikeouts and victories. He passed Ubaldo Jimenez on the strikeout leaderboard back in late May. Runner goes, Braun. Lucroy sends one to right. That'll be deep enough to score the run. And Lucroy hustles his way back, or Braun does rather, to first. Segura scores. And the Brewers keep the pressure on. It is now 6-0 on a sac fly and an RBI by Lucroy.
Doing the little things very well, getting opportunities and cashing in. And Brewers only 1 for 5 officially with runners in scoring position tonight, but there's a productive out by Lucroy. Deep enough into right field.
At the plate, presented by Wendy's, Aramis Ramirez, who had a home run back in the first inning, singled in the third inning. His homer went to right field. It was the first homer of the year to right for Ramirez. And then a single, he pulled it through the hole. Not much of a hole over there because the Rockies employ a shift on Ramirez. They put 3 infielders on the left side. The pitch sequences for Jorge De La Rosa show that he throws 28% cutters this year. I think it's a little more than that tonight.
I think it's a lot more than that at home. I mean, I think on the road maybe a different ballpark where the curveball is a little bit more effective. He probably mixes it up a little bit more. But here, where the curveball doesn't work, I think he stays with the hard stuff, the two-seamer, the split and the cutter. There you go. No curveballs.
The cutter falls into the fastball category. And we're talking about a little flare foul territory and out of the reach of Paulson. Ramirez with a runner at first. Ryan Braun. A run is in on a sac fly from Luke Croy. Brewers are up 6-0 on 9 hits already. And Braun takes off. Pitch down and in. Tough play for Hundley. Got caught in the other batter's box. And that'll be a stolen base for Ryan Braun. Steal number 7 for him. He's 7 of 8 this year.
He won on the first move. A big lead, first move. He takes off and no play for Hundley. Kind of a little bit off balance right here. Check it out, ball in the dirt. Ramirez, he's able to stand in that batter's box. He doesn't have to move, and Hundley decides not to throw.
So Ramirez has a chance to drive in a run. The 1-2 right in on his hands. Arenado will make a low throw on purpose with the sun setting. Makes it easy for his first baseman. Taylor Youngman stake to a 6-0 lead. He's on his way back out. From indoor amusement rides, bowling, a 4D theater, trampoline park, and an arcade, there's something for everyone at Knuckleheads. Whether it's just a day of fun for your family or a special event, Knuckleheads is your destination for fun. Speaking of knuckleheads, Craig and Augie will have Brewers Live for you post-game.
I was wondering where you're going to go with that. I'm glad it wasn't directed at me. It could have gone either way.
Youngman back on the mound. First ball swinging. DJ LeMahieu singles to right. And the first hit to the outfield in this game. The other was an infield hit that the Brewers actually should have made a play on and had an out. Was back in the second off of Paulson.
Miscommunication between Youngman and Rogers at first base on a routine grounder to second.
All right, so a lead single here in the fourth. And here comes Troy Tulowitzki, who's got a brand new bat. Youngman broke his bat last time up on a fly ball into left center. Hara made a nice running catch on him.
We'll see if Youngman incorporates the curveball this time through the order.
He flipped a couple up there against the pitcher, maybe just to see where it was at.
Test it out, and De La Rosa hit one hard into left. You might think better of it.
Youngman does have a changeup. It is certainly his third best pitch, and he only uses it sparingly and typically only against left-handed hitters. That's one pitch that Youngman would like to develop, and if he does develop that pitch, then that could be a separator for him. With his crossfire delivery, he is very tough to get a read on.
Yeah, I don't expect to see him throw any changeups until the Rockies start centering on his fastball. Why change now? Keep throwing until they hit it.
1 ball, 1 strike on Tulowitzki. And a runner at first.
One thing you can say about Youngman, he keeps the ball down. When you look at his numbers down in the minor leagues, and only allowed 2 home runs, you would expect him to be a big sinker ball guy, but he's not. His ball actually cuts as it gets to home plate, but what he does do is keep it down in the strike zone.
On the ground, a hot one, and it eats up Segura. That had a big top spin on it. And Segura pulled the chute. Tulowitzki is aboard. First and second with nobody out here in the fourth inning.
They tried to backhand it, but couldn't keep it in the glove. That'll be a base hit. Now you stay in front of it. You might be able to keep it in front, maybe knock it off your chest. Let's see. Plays it off to the side, and that's why it goes into left field. If you get in front of it, you might be able to keep it close and get the out at second base.
So Youngman is in trouble here in the fourth. He does have a 6-0 lead, but as we have seen many, many times in this ballpark, big leagues can go to die at Coors Field quickly. 2 hits to start the inning. Carlos Gonzalez at the plate. In the air, left center. Peterson coming in. He's got it. And Gonzalez, a big bat to retire for Taylor Youngman. He got that one in on his hands a little bit.
Down on the handle. It didn't sound very good, and it floated up there and allowed Peterson to get under it. There's a break. Anytime you get that guy out.
That'll bring up Arenado. He grounded to short his first time up. That was in the second inning. Youngman would love one of those here. Brewers set up to turn 2. And Arenado fouls it away. The sun has gone away from that trouble area at first base. Up high, it's still a factor, but get through those early innings, and now throws to first or double play balls, not such a challenge for the first baseman. Runner takes off, and Lucroy, no throw. He eats it. Big jump out there by LeMahieu. He steals third base. Tulowitzki held his ground. I think Lucroy was ready to throw to second.
You got one out and a man at third base, and Tulowitzki wasn't even looking at LeMahieu. That's kind of surprising. He never even took a look at him. Didn't expect him to steal down by 6.
That's stolen base number 8 for LeMahieu. Pitch was called a strike. It is 0-2 on Arenado, and he hammers one into left center field. Peterson can't get this one. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and this will bring in 2 runs. On his way to third is Arenado. The tag is late. It's a 2 RBI triple. 6-2 Brewers.
Seems like every time the Brewers open a door for the opposition this year, it's been costing them runs. Segura trying to play that hot shot off to the side into left field, a couple of men on, and now Arenado clears the bases with a triple. A bullet into left center. Tulowitzki realizes how deep it is out there. He just cruises into home plate.
Here's Paulson now, and he slaps one foul. Ben Paulson getting extended playing time here. He and Willeen Rosario sharing time at first base in the absence of Justin Morneau.
2 of the best hitters not in the lineup. Corey Dickerson, Justin Morneau.
Morneau is out with some concussion symptoms. He's been out since late May. No real timetable for him to return for the Rockies. Corey Dickerson is out with a foot injury. Had a foot injury, came back last week or 2 weeks ago, and then had to go right back on. There's a base hit. Another run is in. And Colorado puts 3 on the board quickly. On his way to second goes Paulson. It's an RBI double. And it is quickly 6-3.
And again, the fact that Youngman's not able to throw that curveball, or at least he doesn't appear that he wants to throw it. Second time through, this Rockies batting order is starting to zero in a little bit on that fastball from Youngman. Got to mix it up. Can't get through a big league lineup all night with just one pitch. And Paulson able to go down and get that pitch and hit it hard into left center. 50 pitches for Taylor Youngman, 47 of them fastballs.
Yep. Going to need something else. Colorado has 4 hits in this inning. And some pretty hard hit balls as well. All right, here's Nick Hundley, runner at second, still just 1 away. 3 runs are in. And that's line foul. You can see the approach by the Rockies this second time through the order. They're all up there swinging early in the count. Time that fastball and do some damage.
Well, until Youngman shows differently, they're just going up there looking heater. I mean, why would you look for anything else? It's all he's throwing. This is where the changeup really would play big for Youngman.
There's a curveball that misses high.
Yeah, just spun up there, didn't do anything. It's not just Taylor Youngman's curveballs. Everybody's curveballs do that in this ballpark. This is a big-time sinker slider ballpark.
Yeah, cutters play here. Change-ups. Rockies have long tried to find the formula for their pitchers. What will succeed here? They had that little run of hard throwers. They thought velocity would work. And a little half swing didn't mean to do it. That's going to turn into an easy out for Rogers. And Hundley is retired, 3 unassisted. The second out. Paulson advances to third base. So 2 away with a runner at third, and here comes Brandon Barnes. Call this inning the survival inning for Taylor Youngman.
Yep. Anytime you get outs against this offense, particularly in this ballpark, you'll take them any way you can get them.
Well, this inning, Taylor Youngman with 6 of 6 first pitch strikes. Hey, there's a good breaking ball. Make it 7 out of 7. That one had a little life to it. Brandon Barnes. Did he go? He did not. Able to check his swing. Barnes getting the playing time for Corey Dickerson, who's played in just 38 games this year. He's another guy that hurt the Brewers last year in this park badly.
Double barrel action down there in the Rockies bullpen. I should say, you got a right-hander up. De La Rosa's spot is due next, and he's on the on-deck circle.
2-1 with 2 away. Barnes fouls it away. He was late.
Barnes reaches. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the bench.
But we saw Christian Bergman loosening in the second inning. He's back up now, with the pitcher due next. 6-3 game. 3 quick runs for Colorado. 2-2 the count on Brandon Barnes, and he fouls a fastball away. See what Youngman does here. Fastball again. He's still late on that fastball. Down the range of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitching coach Rick Kranitz agonizing over every pitch. Sitting there with his backup catcher Maldonado. Another 2-2 coming.
There's a changeup. Trying to work it down in the strike zone. Lucroy able to keep it close.
Only the second time tonight Youngman's been in a 3-ball count. And a runner at third, and that one's grounded to third. Ramirez has it, and a good throw to end the inning. So the survival inning of the 4th, Youngman escapes, 3 runs in, still a 6-3 lead. in the 4th. We head to the 5th now. Say, if your dad taught you how to swing a bat and he's the reason you cheer for the Brewers, he's an all-star in our books. Share photos of the all-star father in your life using the hashtag Brewers All-Star Dad. They can be shown in our Father's Day broadcast, plus 6 winning dads will receive Fox Sports Wisconsin suite tickets. For details, visit foxsportswisconsin.com. Click on the upcoming events tab. Celebrating Dad. Speaking of dads.
Where's Dad? Yeah.
That's a great picture. Vancouver.
Up in Vancouver, the Canadians.
Nice. Oh, Pete.
Yeah.
Principal Pete.
He's coming in July. He'll be around the ballpark. Good buddy of all the ushers at the stadium. And he did teach me just about every one of my fundamentals in baseball. Thanks, Pop.
Jason Rogers leads off for the Brewers here at the 5th.
He listens to us once in a while.
Always enjoy being around your dad. Such a different experience than the other days of the year. Just kidding. Your dad's awesome. Oh, Pete, man. He's been an educator. A principal.
Yeah.
He's one of the real heroes of this country.
Yeah,
He's
baseball coach. Yep. Teacher for many, many years. He's my hero, that's for sure.
Should be celebrated more. All that great work he's done with kids that he was involved with and the schools that he was involved with. And he's got a great son, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Ed.
2-1 to Rogers and a swing and a miss. Big cut. And it's 2-2. Now De La Rosa, Walt Weiss is hanging in there with him. He knows how games go here. 6-0 deficit is nothing here. So he sticks with De La Rosa. Brewers have scored in every inning thus far. And down goes Rogers. A cut and a miss, a strikeout. That pitch has given him fits tonight. He's twice struck out on that little breaking ball from De La Rosa.
Yeah, he's changing speeds in that cut fastball too tonight. Acting more, like a slider once in a while, a true cutter from time to time, and when you do that, you change speeds on the same grip type pitch. I mean, that's 2 different pitches that hitters have to be aware of.
Here's Shane Peterson. He takes one on the corner for a strike. Peterson has a hit tonight, had an infield single in the 2nd. Scored a run that inning, and then he walked with the bases loaded in the 3rd, had an RBI. His first, make it his 2nd RBI as a Brewer. Two balls and a strike on Peterson. 2-2 now.
Hangs right in there against lefties too. I mean, he keeps that front shoulder closed, not afraid to drive into left field. Showed a pretty good eye at the plate. Walked with the bases loaded, so the big spots in the game don't seem to bother him too much. Keeps that same approach.
He played his college ball at Long Beach State. He's a California kid, now 27 years of age. He got a chance with the A's in the big leagues at 25. And getting a big opportunity here with the Brewers. Little half swing foul. Probably best he did foul that one off. That was certainly going to be a swing. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Council's been raving about Peterson. I tell you, you get on the manager's side right away, especially a new manager. You find yourself in the lineup.
Well, the only way you do that is you play well. Play smart and be productive.
And that one's into center field, a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Peterson.
That's what we're talking about, staying right in there. keeping that front shoulder closed. He got that cut fastball and dumps it into center field. Watch the front shoulder. Don't watch anything else. Of course, you know, that's going to be the telling sign. If you're going to be able to cover a pitch away, particularly a breaking pitch from a lefty, that front shoulder stays right there and is able to put a good swing on it. The only way you can cover the outside corner is keep that front shoulder closed.
Now, he's always been a good hitter in the minor leagues. Was hitting .320 at the time of his call up. He's got another hit tonight. Here's Perez into right field. On the run is Gonzalez. He'll tee this one up just in front of the track for the second out.
Hey, Luke gets his very own T-shirt next Friday, June 26th, as the Brewers kick off the weekend series against the Twins with another Free Shirt Friday giveaway. All fans in attendance will get a free Jonathan Lucroy T-shirt courtesy of Quick Trip. Visit Brewers.com for tickets. I like that. Got the catcher's mask and a little autograph. I'm going to have to get me one of those.
It's a good thing they put the numbers on their signatures now. That way you can tell who they are. Taylor Youngman, is this going to be the one? It is a flare. It is down. A base hit. And Peterson, after that bounces off of Gonzalez, will go to third. And the first hit in the big leagues for Taylor Youngman.
Yeah, the base hit into right. That could very well be an error on Carlos Gonzalez, allowing Peterson to get to third base.
They'll keep that baseball for Youngman.
You see, trying to pull those hands in, gets jammed, but dumps it into right field. Not much of an effort by Gonzalez. Check this out. Kind of gives up on it. Hits him in the knee and trickles away. Peterson able to get into third base. And De La Rosa can't believe it. You know, this is going to be his last inning. He's due to lead off.
That will be a single in an E9. First hit in the big leagues. Congratulations to Taylor Youngman. I'm pretty sure Matt Garza just threw that ball up into the stands. No, just kidding. That's the one. But he did play the old switcheroo game on it. Ton of pitches for De La Rosa here. Check it out. So Lucroy gets it. He gives it to Garza. Garza has a decoy that he throws up into the stands. And then a little bit of anxiety for Taylor Youngman. No, that's my ball.
You think he was worried?
I don't think he's worried anymore. Kids today, they're pretty savvy, you know.
Yeah. Seen it before.
Now the Brewers have scored in every inning. They have a chance here with 2 away. Segura at the plate. First and third. And a strike with a fastball. Segura snapping an 0 for 16 with a base hit his last time up. He hit 2 homers in a game here last year. And a roller over to third. Arenado fires on the run. Man, look at this kid play. Great arm gets a speedy Segura. Off balance throw. The Brewers failed to score for the first time tonight.
Hey, Brewers Community Foundation and the 2015 Leadership Council present the 17th annual 5K walk run on July 18th. Entry includes a commemorative T-shirt, voucher to a Brewers home game, photos with Brewers mascots, and an opportunity to get your steps in with a 5K walk run. Fundraising dollars for this year's event will support Fisher House Milwaukee. The run walk is always a sellout. Register at brewers.com/5K run walk.
That promo's a little tougher to get through in the Mile High City. You got to take a few breaths.
Yeah, especially when you just pounded down a cookie.
That's true. They have any of that Colorado spice in them?
No. None of that.
Yeah, that's something, huh? Picturesque sunset on a Friday night in Denver. Big inning here for Taylor Youngman. He has a 6-3 lead, first man up. Daniel Descalso pinch hitting singles. He's been over there watching all of this unfold and all of these fastballs by Youngman, and he turns the first one around for a base hit, and the Rockies have a lead man on for the second consecutive inning.
Well, the second time through, much different for Taylor Youngman. Complete opposite.
5 for 9, second time through the order. Youngman was 1 for 9, the one being an infield hit the first time through. And almost exclusively fastballs here today. A couple of change-ups.
Throwing about 4 curveballs tonight.
Did not throw a breaking ball until the 9th batter of the game. That was to the pitcher, just to try to see what it was like tonight. Charlie Blackmon in the lead spot on this Rockies batting order. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. He's a speedy runner, tough guy to double up. Youngman does not have a strikeout at this point. Runner goes, pitch out, throw to second, right on the money.
Yep.
Out at second. What a great call and a great throw from Lucroy.
Yeah, that's normally called from the dugout. Jerry Narin is the guy that normally sniffs those things out. And
that'll be our Jimmy John's delivery of the game tonight.
Well, so it all has to be very quick. I mean, you're able to clear the runner, you get your momentum towards second base, and that's an easy out. Descalso doesn't run all that well. And he's an easy out at second base. There you go.
That's a big break. Big break for Youngman after a lead single. And the Rockies starting to roll a little bit at the plate.
Key to that play is Youngman can't take too much time. He's got to take his normal delivery to home plate. If you try and quicken up too much, you give it away.
Well, he missed badly. It walks him on 4 straight. Blackmon is aboard. So Youngman with a man on. 1 out. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Brewers jumped out to a 6-0 lead. Colorado scored 3 last inning. Rockies are coming off a series with the Houston Astros, a 4-game home-and-home series where they were swept by Houston. Astros have won 5 in a row. They are still the division leader in the American League Central. Brewers got swept by the Royals, the division leader in the American League Central. Astros in the American League West, I should say. And both of these teams in last place in their respective divisions, the Rockies and the Brewers, trying to snap losing streaks. Runner goes. Lucroy's throw is late and in the shallow center. Not far enough for Blackmon to advance, but he does steal second base. And it's the second steal of the night for Colorado, and he is in scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, Taylor long and lanky, and it takes him a while to get rid of it. See, Blackman gets a number of steps before he gets rid of the baseball and steals it easily. Tough pitch to throw on, a curveball down and away. Segura doing a good job that time, keeping it in the infield to keep Blackman at second base.
So LeMahieu up there with a 1-0 count with a runner at second now. DJ LeMahieu, 5th in the league in batting, coming into play tonight. With .325, he is 1 for 2 tonight. Bumps him up a point.
And Segura keeping him close, jockeying behind him just to make sure he stays close to second, doesn't get a big lead, and if he does, he might steal third.
There's a strike. Fastball in there by Youngman. 2-1 the count. Getting through 5 innings at Coors Field is no easy task, especially when it's your first trip to Coors Field. Although this Rockies team has not hit much, not like they're expected to hit, they still have a lot of talent up and down their lineup. Got the fastball by him.
Crazy thing is, they're still second in slugging, 4th in runs, tied for 1st in batting average, 3rd in homers, and still really have been somewhat of a disappointment offensively, at least some of them. Still putting up pretty good numbers, but a little inflated being here.
Youngman in a 2-2 count on DJ LeMahieu. Singleton scored his last time up. And a long pause. Youngman deals, and LeMahieu fouls another one away. So Youngman is in the strike zone with 91, 92 mile an hour fastballs. LeMahieu has been late.
He's only walked 1 tonight. That's one way to help yourself in his ballpark. Sometimes you get so intimidated pitching here that you end up walking guys and making matters worse.
Here's another 2-2, and he had him out in front. High fly ball to left. Peterson will settle under it, and there is out number 2.
Got him on a curveball. Big sweeping curveball.
Blackman still at second, 2 away for Tulowitzki. Take a look at this curveball from Youngman. That's a good bite on it.
Yep, right down. It was middle in. That's not where you want it, but the fact that he was able to throw it close with 2 strikes, got LeMahieu, forced him to swing at it.
Well, a big bat right here, and Tulowitzki extended his hitting streak to 13 in a row with an infield hit his last time up. Starts him with a curveball. He missed with it.
Infield hit that almost took Segura's head off.
Yeah.
A couple of hops, a top spinner, and Segura played it off to the side.
Just glanced off his glove and out into short left. If Segura catches that ball, he'll probably turn it into a double play, but it did have some heat on it. And the other part of Coors Field that benefits the hitter, the ground gets really dry and packed, and the ball just has that Super Bowl effect when it bounces here.
Yeah, ball carries on the ground here.
It does, right.
It's a different game in this ballpark. I don't care what they say about the humidor, but it's a different game. I mean, you just cherish every out that you get. I remember coming in here in the late 90s with the Lake Streak Bombers. I mean, those guys were tough. Vinny Castilla and Andres Galarraga, Bichette, Larry Walker. Man, those guys can hit.
2-0 the count. Tulowitzki takes a strike. Well placed fastball by Youngman. Crossfire delivery of Taylor Youngman. He can make it work for him. Key is command. Can he consistently repeat those mechanics and be able to throw strikes where he wants? And then developing those off-speed pitches, the change of pace pitches, is that get hitters off his fastball. Ties up Tulowitzki that time, and it's 2-2.
The amazing thing about Youngman with that delivery, I mean, he gets outs on curveballs that aren't even that good of pitches. I mean, take for example that last pitch to LeMahieu, that curveball, wasn't a good one at all. It's hung up there, it was middle in. That's not where you want it, but he was still able to get the out.
He's got him in a 2-2 count. Trying to put up a 0 here in this 5th. And a called strike 3. Youngman snaps a breaking ball in there. Tulowitzki strikes out. He thought it was high, but Youngman puts up a scoreless 5th inning, gives up a hit. There was a caught stealing, works around a walk, and Tulowitzki takes a seat. Here at Coors Field in Denver, the Brewers jumped out to a 6-0 lead. It's now 6-3 as we go to the 6th on Carsoup.com trivia. Which 3 current Colorado Rockies also played for the Milwaukee Brewers? And if you said De La Rosa, Axford, and Hawkins down in that bullpen, you would be correct. Tell them what they've run, Rock.
I had that.
Did you know?
One of the cookies up here that we got. Save it for him.
Pretty much gone at this point.
Nothing but crumbs.
So it will be Christian Bergman out of the Colorado bullpen. And first man up, Gerardo Parra. High fly ball to center. That's going to stay in the park. And Blackman puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Rocky right-handed reliever Bergman.
You see his numbers. Not a bad earned run average for this ballpark. 4.05. Not a big strikeout guy. 7 walks, 22 strikeouts in 33 in the 3rd innings. But he does have the 2-0 record. He's made a start this year. His 2 wins both came out of the bullpen.
Jorge De La Rosa goes 5 innings, 11 hits, 6 earned runs tonight. Had 3 walks, 4 Ks. Ryan Braun got him for a 2-run homer in the 1st. Braun with his third Coors Field home run, his 14th of the year.
Brewers have had opportunities in every inning to extend the lead, but only 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. One hit a home run, Ryan Braun's 14th. As we check out the Powerball home run leaderboard.
Big smile of Adam Lind. Braun takes one low.
Maybe he'll smile and get a couple of more homers.
That's game face. Even for the headshots before the year, game face on. Lynn not in the lineup tonight with the left-handed starter. We might see him here as a pinch hitter. Greg Counsell going with Jason Rogers at first base tonight. Scooter Gennett also out of the lineup with the lefty starter. Hernan Perez starting at second. 1-2, Bergman to Braun here in the 6th inning. Brewers scored a run in each of the first 4 innings. Got 3 in the first. Ryan's 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th, and then he stole a base that inning. Jammed him, little pop-up in the grass behind first. That is Paulson to make the catch for out number 2.
Hey, tonight's time of the game winner, Carlson's Rustic Ridge in Friendship, Wisconsin, if they call the Brewers. In the next 24 hours, they get 40 Miller Lite beer pen tickets to a Brewers home game this year. So offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite, the Miller Coors Company. Miller and Coors.
Fits
Miller
right
Park,
in here.
Coors Field.
Golden, Colorado, right?
That's where it's supposedly brewed, I guess.
Lucroy, little jam shot to center field, got a little carry on it, and Blackman is there for the out. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Christian Bergman, the first of the night for the Colorado Rockies. 6-3 Brew Crew. Unique in Wisconsin Dells, Delton Grand is luxury vacation living. Indoor pool and hot tub, fabulous outdoor pool overlooking Lake Delton, private beaches, a boat dock, outdoor fire pit, and grills, all situated on the gorgeous lakefront setting. Delta Grand is located in a quiet area near all the attractions, restaurants, shopping, and entertainment that the Dells has to offer. Our Brewers Live pre- and post-game crew out at Wisconsin Dells. Craig and Augie will have Brewers Live post-game following our game here tonight. Taylor Youngman's gone through 5. He's given up 3 earned runs. All of those runs coming in the 4th. And back on the mound to start his 6th inning. Carlos Gonzalez leads off. Gonzalez flew out to left field in the 4th. That was the key out in this game for Taylor Youngman. There's a big swing and a miss. Changeup from Youngman.
Yep, good one. Well, curveball missed and throw a changeup. Good sequence right there.
Last time Youngman faced Gonzalez, he had 2 men on behind him. Rockies putting up a major threat with nobody out. He did retire Gonzalez. Colorado did score 3, but who knows where that inning was going. He got in on the hands of Gonzalez and a little lazy fly out to left. Been some trade winds blowing with the Rockies as well. Very similar to the Brewers. Gonzalez seems to be a name that comes up a lot. He is a great talent, but still under contract for 2 years after this one. He and Tulowitzki signed big deals with the Rockies. And up to now, and even now, the ownership of the Rockies has always talked about building this organization or rebuilding this organization around Tulowitzki and Gonzalez. There's a swing and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. And Taylor Youngman picks up his 3rd K of the game. He struck out the last 2 hitters.
Yeah, by throwing those 2 off-speed pitches to start him out. I mean, Gonzalez not sure what he was going to get. Once he got 2 strikes on him, able to get the fastball by him at 91 miles an hour. You can see the way he keeps that ball down in his zone. Does such a good job of that. You can only imagine what he could be if he could get a breaking pitch to be consistent. That's down around the knees, a little bit off the plate maybe, but Gonzalez protecting the plate, comes up empty on it. That was about as good a sequence of pitching that we've seen from Taylor Youngman, using all of his pitches in that at bat.
And his last 2 outs are Ks to Tulowitzki and Gonzalez. He spins one in for a strike on Arenado. Arenado had the big hit in the 4th. He drove in 2 runs with a triple. That came with 2 strikes in the at-bat. 16 homers, leads the club. Playing at an all-star level this year, Arenado. Not only does he play spectacular defense, and he is a Gold Glove Award winner, and most likely on his way to another one. He brings a pretty heavy bat to the party too.
Yep, 6th in home runs, 4th in RBIs.
Arenado down the right field line. That is slicing foul. Brewers had a tough time with Nolan Arenado in Milwaukee, the first series of the year.
Had a tough time with all of them in that first series.
Now that kind of set the tone for the season.
And the only guy that really had a tough time of it in that series was Justin Morneau. Really didn't get going, but everybody else, boy, they were swinging the bats.
Arenado had 6 hits in that series. He was 6 for 14 in the series. He had 3 doubles. He hit a home run. He drove in 5 runs in 3 games. His first game of the year, opening day in Milwaukee, went 3 for 4 with a double, a homer, and 4 runs batted in. Two. Sharply hit on the ground, a base hit.
Yeah, he hits home runs and he does that too. That was a good pitch by Youngman. Went down and away. He went down and got it. Didn't try and do too much with it, and hits it hard into right field. Just a good hitter.
A 1-out single given up by Youngman. And Arenado is 2 out of 3 tonight. Here is Ben Paulson now. getting a chance at age 27 in the absence of Morneau. Played his college ball at Clemson.
Good school.
Following in the footsteps of Bill Schroeder. He's got 2 hits tonight. Infield hit in the second, had a clean single to right and an RBI in the fourth. Paulson was born in Wisconsin, in Plymouth, Wisconsin, but he was raised in Georgia, Marietta, Georgia, and then played his college ball at Clemson. Took him a while to get to the big leagues. He did make it last year at age 26. This is just his second year in the big leagues. Youngman trying to get a ground ball out of him here. The Brewers would love to turn 2 to get out of this. And you figure that would be the end of the line for Taylor Youngman.
Youngman's been able to get a lot of ground ball outs tonight. Ain't gonna hurt too bad when you keep the ball in the ballpark, which is what Youngman's been able to do so far.
The right-hander is Knebel. Neil Cott's the lefty. 2-1 in the air, left center. That is trouble. All the way to the wall it goes. Coming around to score is Arenado, and on his way to third base with a triple and an RBI is Ben Paulson. It is 6-4 now. Second triple of the night for Colorado.
Another opposite field hit for the Rockies in this inning. Arenado with a base hit to right. And Paulson doing a good job taking that one into the gap in left center for a triple. Not a better triples ballpark in all of baseball. Arenado able to score easily, and Paulson in with a 3-bagger. That's a good at bat by Paulson. Second triple for him.
And he is 3 for 3 tonight. 2 singles and a triple and 2 runs batted in. So now the tying run is at the plate. 6-4 Brewers. Rockies have scored 4 unanswered. Nick Hundley the batter. Hundley's been able to maintain a high batting average this year as well, hitting .290. Coming to the Rockies from the Padres. Ground ball foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hundley was traded from San Diego to Baltimore last year. And then ended up here in Colorado.
Kind of surprised they needed a catcher. Wilin Rosario was the guy that the Rockies were thinking of counting on for a long time, just not able to get it done. They bring in a very solid defensive catcher who puts the ball in play pretty well.
And Rosario is not even catching anymore. He's just a first baseman and occasional outfielder. There's a strike. 1-2 the count on the catcher Hundley. Got off to a great start this year. He had a very high average through the end of May. He was hitting above 300 through that stretch. Had a 13-game hitting streak in the middle of that run.
Had a big series in that opener at Miller Park.
Yeah, he was 5 for 13 against the Brewers in that series. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a breaking ball. Youngman Picks up a K to Hundley, his 4th strikeout of the game, 2nd of the inning, and now 2 gone with a runner at 3rd for Brandon Barnes.
And a big one with a man at 3rd, less than 2 outs. Curveball. That pitch is starting to break for him as the game is going on. He's got a lot more confidence in that pitch. Exactly where you want it, down in the zone. Well, now it's going to take a base hit to drive that run.
Barnes, the 8th place hitter in the Rockies lineup. He's 0 for 2. And he's made the most of his opportunities this year. He's kept a batting average hovering around 300. He popped him up. Back in the grass is Perez. Braun is coming in. He'll call it, and that's the inning. So Taylor Youngman, through 6 innings, he's allowed 4 runs, but he has maintained the lead, and we're headed for the 7th in Denver.
The Brewers and the Mets next Tuesday through Thursday, June 25th, or I should say 23rd through the 25th, as the first place New York Mets make their lone trip to Miller Park of 2015. Great seats are available starting at just $15. Reserve your spot today at Brewers.com.
Yeah, the Mets up a game and a half on the Washington Nationals, and without Bryce Harper for the near future for the Nationals. He left last night's game with an injury. Mets are thinking this is go time right now. Mets are going to have Jonathan Neese, Bartolo Colon, and Jacob deGrom, the Rookie of the Year last year, on the mound against Fires, Nelson, and then Youngman once again. Youngman looked a little angered, maybe frustrated in the dugout there, but I tell you, you get through 6 innings and 4 earned runs at Coors Field in Denver, you've done something.
That's a good day. A Coors Field quality start.
I'm sure he's hearing just that as Ramirez turns that one around, and a base hit. All the way to the wall it goes. Aramis Ramirez will roll into second with another hit. He is 3 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, Brewers need to add on. 6 runs, you kind of feel like you're in pretty good shape early, but not in this ballpark.
Oh, and the cycle watch is on for Aramis Ramirez. He's got a homer, a single, and now a double.
And the toughest one for him coming up. Of course, this is the ballpark to do it in, the triple. Yeah, got a pitch. He's able to hook it down the line and ram me in with a leadoff double. Brewers need some insurance.
They could use it after 2 scoreless innings. Scoring runs in each of the first 4 innings. Here's Jason Rogers. He takes a strike. Christian Bergman back out there for his 2nd inning. Rogers getting the start at first tonight. He has struck out twice. He's also walked. Good take. 2 balls and a strike to Rogers. From the Atlanta area, Jason Rogers. He's done what very few young hitters have been able to do, and that's come up to the big leagues and have success as a pinch hitter right away. Strike 2 on the edge. He didn't like that call.
Usually you get a little bit out of your routine as a pinch hitter. I mean, normally it's older guys, as we talk about all the time, the guys that are able to relax and pinch hitting opportunities, but nothing wrong with getting 4 at bats every now and again. That'll keep you sharp.
Rogers lines one down the right field line. That is fair. In to score, Ramirez. Rogers on his way to second, thinking about 3. Now he's on his way. Gonzalez had trouble with that ball in right, and that'll be an RBI for Rogers. And the Brewers strike back. First time they've scored since the 4th inning, and it's 7-4.
Yeah, able to take that one right down the line. Looked like Bergman was working him away. It'll be a triple down the line. He's thinking right field all the way. That one almost hit the chalk. That one gets through. Gonzalez, he's having a bit of a rough time out there in right field tonight.
First triple of his major league career for Jason Rogers. Picking him up and putting him down.
Yep. A stand-up triple.
And an RBI triple at that. So it is 7-4. Here is Shane Peterson.
Time to get greedy, get another couple runs.
Brewers scored the first 6 runs, then the Rockies scored the next 4. Rogers has just added the 7th run. Gives him 7 RBIs. Bergman retired the Brewers in order, got Parra, Braun, and Lucroy in order in the 6th inning. He's given up back-to-back hits here in the 7th. Double by Ramirez and triple by Rogers. Peterson's been on base all 3 times tonight. 2 hits and a walk. That walk earned him an RBI.
More guys these days choking up. I mean, Jason Rogers chokes up on his bat. You notice that Shane Peterson off the knob. Nothing wrong with that. You give me better contact. You feel like you have better bat control that way.
And he smashes one back up the middle. A base hit and an RBI for Peterson. It'll be tough to get his bat out of the lineup. Yeah, he's got 3 more hits tonight.
3 hits and 2 RBIs.
It is 8-4 now. 3 consecutive hits to start this 7th inning against Bergman, right down the middle with that slider.
Yeah, Rocky's not able to get him out tonight. 3 hits and a walk, 2 RBIs. Our Badger Mutual Insurance run of the game, driving in Jason Rogers.
Rogers having some fun in that dugout, reliving that triple, the first of his career.
Tough running in this altitude, he's thinking.
I did see an oxygen tank, seriously, in the.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Underneath the dugout outside the clubhouse. I was thinking about maybe bringing that up here.
Yeah, maybe.
And I remember that was for the players.
Might be a good idea. There's 2.
Here's Hernan Perez now, and he swings and lines one back up the middle. Perez with 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 4 and 4 consecutive hits. That ball was hit like a bullet.
Vladimior's been pretty good tonight, huh?
Well, not me. Peterson has 3 hits and a walk. Perez with 2 hits. Taylor Youngman even had a hit and a walk.
Check this out. You want to pitch? Think again. And lines it right back. Right to the bill of the cap and into center field.
And that's going to be the last one for Christian Bergman. So Walt Weiss will make a move. The Brewers bring on Hector Gomez to pinch hit, and Weiss will make the call to his pen. Bergman goes an inning plus LaTroy Hawkins coming in for Colorado. We'll set him up when we come back. The Brewers have scored twice. They have 2 on with nobody out in the 7th.
Light, the original light Pilsner. Cheers, it's Miller time. And by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly.
Well, it's been a good inning for the Brewers. Good offensive night for Milwaukee. They have 8 runs on 15 hits. 2 runs are in here in the 7th, and a pitching change for Walt Weiss. The ageless LaTroy Hawkins is on the mound at 42 years old, facing Hector Gomez. First ball swinging, bouncing ball, Arenado to second, and over to first. It's a double play. So Gomez in a pinch hit role bounces into a 5-4-3 double play to get the Rockies 2 quick outs.
Yeah, LaTroy doesn't throw as hard as he used to, and he's had a difficult season this year, to say the least. A 720 earned run average and only 11 games this year. 1 out of 3 in save opportunities.
Now Hawkins began the year as the closer. Had a bicep strain on his throwing arm. Segura fouls that one away. He just came back earlier this month. Hawkins went on the disabled list on April 22nd and did not return to the active roster until June 11th. Went down into the minor leagues, made 5 minor league rehab appearances. He blew a save against the Brewers on April 8th, but the Rockies came back to win that game.
He used to throw in the mid to upper 90s with a big curveball and a slider. He's a starting pitcher, closer, and one of the good guys in the game of baseball.
He was with the Brewers back in 2011, that division championship team that went to the NLCS. And Ron Renick used to always talk about those key veteran players the Brewers had, something they really haven't had since then. Craig Counsell and Mark Kotze, Jerry Hairston.
You've got to have those guys around ball clubs when you're advancing into the postseason. Guys that have been there before. Calms everybody down when you have guys like that.
Hawkins with a runner at third. Segura at the plate. And the 1-2 pitch is dribbled over to third base. Arenado bare hands, can't do anything with it. And in to score is Peterson. Another infield hit for Segura. That'll be an RBI for Segura as well, and 3 runs are in here in the 7th. It is 9-4 Milwaukee.
Yeah, not sure even if Arenado keeps that one in his hand, he's going to be able to make a play. And I think he felt as though it was a little bit too far on the grass for it to roll foul. That certainly would have been a fair ball, but really no chance for him. So an RBI for Segura. And a big 2-out base hit to score a run.
Yeah, another multi-hit Brewer tonight. Segura joining Gerardo Parra and Aramis Ramirez. Peterson has 3 hits tonight. Perez has 2 hits. Parra takes a strike. Gerardo had a double and a run scored in the first. He was on when Braun hit his home run. Had a single in the 4th. Brewers with 16 hits. 9-4, they lead it. You have to marvel at the career of LaTroy Hawkins.
Yep.
And things aren't going well for him this year. He's had injuries, but he made his major league debut in 1995. 95 with the Twins.
Yep.
His first year in pro ball was 91. He was 18 years of age.
42 years old. Still pitching. How old are you?
44.
Yeah.
Still not pitching. I've not done anything as long as LaTroy Hawkins has.
Oh, I have. His first year in the big leagues was my first year in the booth.
95?
Yeah.
How about that?
Because he's expended a little bit more energy in that course of those 21 years than I have.
That's a good point. Physical energy, anyway.
Right, absolutely.
The mental anguish, nothing compares. Up and in.
Yeah, we have it rough, don't we?
Hawkins every now and then has this little quick pitch he does. Mostly when nobody is on. You got to come to a stop when there's a man on base. But he's got all these little tricks to the trade. He's been able to assemble, and he strikes out Gerardo Parra to end the inning. However, the Brewers put another crooked number up there. They get 3 runs in the 7th and lead it 9-4. Good night for the batters tonight. Ryan Braun started it with a bang, a 2-run homer in the first to get him on the board. Ramirez in that same inning homered to right, his 8th home run of the year. Hernan Perez into the act tonight. He has a double and an RBI to go along with a single. Jason Rogers with his first major league triple. It produced a run. And the Brewers with 9 runs on 16 hits. They lead 9-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And Rock, the new pitcher, is Corey Knebel in for Taylor Youngman.
Yeah, Taylor Youngman's got to feel pretty good about his Coors Field debut. 4 runs. Not too bad in this ballpark against that offense. And Corey Knebel takes over here in the 7th. 14th appearance, a .321 earned run average for Corey. He's been pretty good. Another fastball, curveball guy. We'll see how his curveball works here in Denver.
Rafael Noah pinch hitting for Colorado.
Last pitch on Tuesday against the Royals at Miller Park. Inning in the 3rd, a couple of hits and a run.
Well, it'll be old news at some point, I suppose, but I still find it fascinating that 2 pitchers pitching back-to-back in a game for the same major league team not only went to the same university, but played for the same high school team as well. And here they are in Milwaukee, Youngman and Corey Knebel. It's incredible.
I think it's going to be old news someday.
I think so. Is it already?
Yeah, kind of.
I just find it amazing. It's the second time it's happened.
3 guys from Georgetown High School here in Coors Field.
Yes.
I think that's where you want this to go.
I was kind of hoping you'd bring that up.
Yeah.
I like to lump myself in with major league players at all possible terms.
Only if it works, right?
Right.
I mean, you don't want to jam it in there.
I mean, it's hard to make that connection, you know. There aren't many opportunities we can sit with something in common.
But you're right, though. I mean, same high school, same college. Yeah.
Same big league team.
It doesn't happen every day.
Little jam shot roller over to Ramirez, and Inoa is retired. And you know, those two spend time together in AAA in Colorado Springs, so you could say high school. And they played on the same traveling team in high school, like the AAU team in Texas. Knebel and Youngman, they played together at the University of Texas in the minor leagues and now in the big leagues. There's no other league they can go to now. Maybe they could be in the Hall of Fame together. Now that would be something. I'd like to deliver that speech. Again, me trying to.
Well, maybe you would be
hitch my wagon.
Be inducted at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Right?
There's a shot into left center. And the speedy Charlie Blackmon's going to run for a while. Parra picks it up, and Blackmon holds to a double with his team down 5. That would have been close in 3rd. But Parra did a good job getting to that one quickly, and Blackmon with a 1-out double.
Yeah, with down by 5 runs, you don't want to be making outs on the bases, so he likes to play it safe with 1 out. He's got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Drives that one into the gap. Some good opposite field hitting for both clubs tonight. A lot of room out in those gaps.
So Blackmon aboard for the 2nd time. He's got a walk and a double, and here is DJ LeMahieu. Right to Knebel. He'll look the runner back, and he'll make the play for out number 2. Good quick reactions from Corey Knebel. 2 away.
Watch the way he's able to square his shoulders up and become a pretty good fielder. He's able to do that, make the catch, and get the out. A lot of guys that throw hard are going to fall off dramatically towards first base, not Knebel. Once he gets rid of it, he's like another infielder. Tough to hit one over his head, too. A high chopper.
Well, he's like the rest of us from Georgetown. Big, tall guy. Tulowitzki, swing and a miss. So another thing we all have in common.
Right. That's what I said. That's good. Anything else? Got to be something else you have in common.
There's a strike. 97 with a fastball by Knebel. And it's 0-2 on Tulowitzki. And
he's had his differences with Bill Miller tonight.
He has.
Been good about it, though.
Keeps his head down. See what he does here. 0-2. And a fastball upstairs. Tulowitzki, he walks the edge of the new speed up rules. He doesn't exactly leave the box like he used to. He stands right on the back corner.
He made the adjustment, though.
Yeah, it is better, no doubt.
A lot better. He used to walk out of the box and go to the grass and kind of fix his gloves, but now he's able to keep one foot in that batter's box, so he's adhering to the new rules.
Yeah, he and Ryan Braun, those were the two that we were most interested in watching in the National League with the new rules. Both have made the adjustment. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And a little breaking ball. Somehow Tulowitzki fouls it away.
And that was a good one.
Knebel's got a nasty curveball.
On a foul ball, you're able to get out of the box. And that's what Tulowitzki just did. Kind of walks around and collects himself, get back into the box. It's the only time you can get out of that batter's box.
Runner at second for the Rockies. 2 outs in the inning. Knebel trying to put Tulowitzki away here. And he fouls it off. Good pitch by Knebel. He's just funky enough, herky-jerky enough. And then put that 96, 97 mile an hour fastball with it. And he can exist on the fastball for a while himself.
Because he's really only going to get through the batting order one time. So second, third times through where you need the other stuff.
Brewers got Knebel in a trade with the Rangers, the Giovanni Gallardo deal. He was one of the 3 that came to Milwaukee. And a ground ball, third base, fair ball. Nice pickup by Ramirez. A low throw in time to get Tulowitzki.
Nice play.
He skipped it across the grass. Rogers picked it up. Ramirez has had a stellar game tonight, offensively and defensively.
Park Tuesday, July 14th, as popular Mexican team Club Atlas takes on Newcastle United of the English Premier League. Plus, first 10,000 fans 18 and older receive a soccer scarf courtesy of Potawatomi. For tickets, visit brewers.com/soccer.
What league does Club Atlas play in, Rock?
MX. MX.
Here we go to the 8th. He's looking for a ball. Somebody give me a ball. Got to fight his brother for one tonight. Scott Oberg is in for Colorado.
Second stint with the Rockies for Scott Oberg. Has gone scoreless in 19 of 26 appearances. That means he's given up runs in 7 outings. Just figured I'd do a little bit of math tonight.
That's risky.
A hard thrower. I mean, gets it up there at around 96 when he needs to, and he's got all 4: changeup, slider, curveball.
Ryan Braun will lead off for the Brew Crew. We're in the 8th inning. It is 9-4. The Brewers have matched their season high for hits in a game with 16. Done that on 2 other occasions. Did it in that 17-inning game, that win over Arizona. They also had a 16-hit game against the Washington Nationals. That was the Jordan Zimmerman game. Atlanta Braves had a major league debut tonight. Their young prospect Matt Whistler. He went 8 innings in his major league debut. Allowed just 1 run for the Atlanta Braves. That's some kind of debut. Beat the Mets tonight, did Whistler. Beat Jacob deGrom. Braun hits it sharply right at LeMahieu. And there's out number 1. Chris Sale had another memorable performance tonight of the White Sox. Even though the Rangers beat him, Chris Sale struck out 14 batters, 5 consecutive starts with 12 or more strikeouts.
Yeah.
Speaking of crossfire deliveries.
Yeah, you wonder if he's going to be on the trading block. A lot of teams would like to have him.
Been a rough year for the Chicago White Sox.
After all the moves that they made, they expect it to be much better. Two most active teams, perhaps. You know, San Diego, White Sox. Neither one of them doing a whole lot.
Lucroy takes one low. Alex Rodriguez had his 3,000th career hit tonight. It was a home run. We showed it to you earlier in the broadcast. It was a home run to right center. Milestone for A-Rod. Yankees won that game 7-2. Yankees continue in the race. They are on the heels of the Tampa Bay Rays. Yankees started play today 1 game back of Tampa Bay. Lucroy draws the walk. A man on with 1 out. And here is Aramis Ramirez. Oh, what a night he has had tonight. Ramirez in our shining moment tonight, courtesy of Marshfield Clinic. And why not? He has 3 hits in the game, and it started with a homer, his 8th of the year. That was in the first inning. And a single in the 3rd, then he doubled in the 7th inning, and his defense has been old school Aramis Ramirez tonight.
Yeah, this is a heck of a play right here. Check it out. He skips this ball across the infield on purpose.
Bounces over to 3rd. That turns into a double play to win the inning. It goes 5-4-3. If only he would have taken a pitch so we could say nice things about it. But he didn't, and the inning is over. their season high for hits in a game with 16. And we've got some changes as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Will Smith will start those changes. On the mound he goes, his 31st appearance of the season.
And doing some outstanding work. He appeared in last night's ball game in Kansas City, inning and 2/3, did not allow a run. Gave up a hit and struck out a couple of batters. Scooter Gennett takes over at second base, and that moves Perez over to third.
Aramis Ramirez is out after 3 hits tonight. So Smith to face Carlos Gonzalez, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Has been held hitless in just 3 games since May 26th. He's been hot, hitting at a .313 clip since May 26th. And the Brewers have been able to hold him in check. He's had some key at-bats in this game as well. Breaks another bat. That's the second of the night. Gonzalez is out, and 1 away for Will Smith in the 8th.
Right, Will Smith has been terrific this season and just able to keep that slider down and away to left-handers. He's pitched in 3 of the last 4 games. Had a kind of a light load on Wednesday, only 2 pitches. Bullpen for the Brewers has been very, very consistent. They've been good.
There's Nolan Arenado. Drove in a pair with a triple in the 4th. He had a single to right in the 6th inning. Brewers are up 9-4. They led 6-0. Arenado to third. Here's Perez. And a good toss. 2 quick outs for Will Smith. This game got tight after the Rockies scored 3 in the 4th and then added 1 in the 6th. But just when Taylor Youngman was starting to maybe leak a little oil, he rallied it back. He got the final 2 outs of the 6th inning, and then the Brewers scored 3 runs in the 7th.
All coming from the bottom of the order. I mean, bottom of the order has been terrific tonight. There you go. Ramirez on down. Even Taylor Youngman was on base a couple of times. Been a well spread out offense for the Crew tonight.
Yeah, the last 3 hitters in the lineup tonight, Peterson, Perez, and Youngman, and the pinch hitter Gomez, on base 8 times tonight. Wave and a miss. Well, that's a tough matchup for Ben Paulson. This is a guy they'd like to slow down a little bit. Paulson has 3 hits. He's driven in 2. And did he go? They will ask. He did not. Smith deals a 1-2 and a fastball. Fouls it away. 95 with the fastball tonight. Paulson is a home run away from the cycle. Single, double, triple in that order, and not going to happen right now. Swing and a miss. Lucroy secures it at first, and a strikeout to end the inning. 1-2-3 for Will Smith. Good inning. We go to the 9th. The Brewers are up 9-4. The Rockies, he picks up a strikeout as well. 9-4 Brewers. We head to the top of the ninth. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we're on the air at 2:30 in Wisconsin. Our Miller Lite What's on Tap. Kyle Loesch against Chad Bettis tomorrow afternoon from Coors Field. Got back-to-back 3 o'clock start times, Central Time. 2:10 local time is first pitch, so back-to-back day games. Jason Rogers will lead off. Brewers hungry for more here. It's been a good night offensively, trying to snap a 6-game losing streak.
That's the part of the order that's been pretty good tonight. Bottom third in the batting order.
Rogers tonight has been on board twice. He walked in the third and then had an RBI triple in the seventh. Part of that 3-run seventh inning. Hard hit ground ball. Arenado scoops it up and makes the play for the out. Man, this guy is he's worth the price of admission to watch play defense, and there are very few players like that.
Yeah, he can pick it. He can pick it. Not only can he have soft hands and good range, but I mean he's got a very quick release, and he can really get off a good throw off balance. I mean, look at the way he throws this baseball. He's running toward first. A lot of guys can't get that much on a throw like that. It's just a walk in the park for this guy.
Some kind of player right there.
Good quick release, a good arm. He's got 7 errors this year. I would imagine most of them coming on throws, you know, baseballs that he can get to. A lot of guys won't. Looks like he has good soft hands. Can't be a lot of ground balls that he's missed.
Well, Shane Peterson, he's had a good one tonight. Peterson with 3 hits and a walk tonight. Scored twice. He drove in a run with a base hit in the 7th, and then he had an RBI on a bases loaded walk in the 3rd. Bottom of the lineup, having a lot of success tonight. 6 through 9 hitters, 6 for 10 with 3 runs batted in tonight. Peterson's got 2 of them. He's been a nice find. I mentioned that he's always hit in the minor leagues. He's got a career minor league average near 290 and was hitting 320 when he was called up to the Brewers last month.
He's hitting 325 right now for the big club. Kind of guy you root for coming up. Didn't get a lot of playing time initially. Stick him in the lineup, and he's been pretty consistent.
Peterson has hit in 5 consecutive games. And if you include his 3 hits tonight, he is 9 for 17 in that stretch. 9 hits and 17 at bats. Strike call. Peterson is retired for the first time. A backwards K. Down he goes, the second out of the inning. And 2 away for Hernan Perez. He's another guy that's got it going a little bit at the plate. 2 more hits tonight for Perez. Unable to check a swing there, a strike. Perez has hits in 6 of his last 11 at-bats. I know these guys, they wouldn't admit to it, but it's got to feel a lot better to look up at that scoreboard and instead of hitting 170 to see a respectable 269 batting average.
Yeah, Peterson now at 317, but I mean, it's all about the approach. These guys work real hard, you know, before games and, you know, kind of groove that swing. Not easy up there at the plate, believe you me. John Lucroy starting to get that average up there, 233 from where he started. When he came off the disabled list, he's done a pretty good job to get the average up. Perez's swing does not look like a cage swing anymore.
I like that.
Especially the one that he hit his last time up. A bullet right back through the middle.
Under the watchful eye of Darnell Coles, the hitting coach. A lazy fly ball to right. And in foul territory, Gonzalez makes a catch. A 3-up, 3-down inning. And here we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Brewers trying to close out the Rockies and snap their 6-game losing streak. Broxton coming on. Book your stay now. Coors Field, Denver, Colorado. And here comes Jonathan Broxton. They'll try to finish this one out. The Brewers have a 9-4 lead on 16 hits. They're going to match a season high for hits here tonight. Third time they've been able to do it. And Broxton trying to make quick work of the Rockies and get this one in the books tonight.
Yeah, he got roughed up his last time out back at Miller Park on Wednesday. Actually, that was at Kauffman Stadium on Wednesday. Gave up 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Couple of walks, 3 hits. Earned run average back up there at 720 in his 28th appearance.
Broxton will face Nick Hundley to lead it off. Colorado's at the bottom of their order. Hundley, Brandon Barnes, and we'll see a pinch hitter. Now the Brewers had 38 at-bats tonight. They went 16 for 38. A .421 batting average for the team tonight. They needed it in a big way. A little cue shot right off the end of the bat, spinning fair, and Rogers drops the ball, and safe at first is Hundley. Now they're going to call him out. Well, the home plate umpire came in, initially waved safe, and now he's calling him out.
Interference. He interfered with the fielder's opportunity to catch the baseball. He was in the running path. I don't know about that one. I mean, I think he ran into him after Rogers bobbled the baseball. Now check it out. Now Hundley's going to be in the running path. You know, there's double lines down there. Or is he? No, he's not. No, he's not. So that's what the call is. Interference. He was out of the lines. My mistake. That's a good call by the home plate umpire. Watch where he is. Watch where Hundley is. Both feet have to be in that box, that running lane. And he wasn't.
Rogers was, if he comes up with it cleanly, it's an easy out, no problem. But home plate umpire Bill Miller is calling it to the letter of the law here. And
right. Got to be in that running lane. If both feet are not in that running lane and that stuff happens, that's interference. Different story if you're in foul territory.
Now, this is not a reviewable play, by the way.
Right, interference is not.
Bill Miller pleading his case, and Walt Weiss is pleading his, and you know who's going to win that one every time. I think Walt Weiss is.
Well, it's pretty much cut and dried. I mean, it's one of those things. Once you see the replay, and I don't think Walt Weiss knew exactly where his base runner was when he made contact. He was clearly out of the running lane, and that's an easy call for Bill Miller. That'll be a 3 unassisted for Jason Rogers, and that's one that he's going to want to forget about.
You could see Bill Miller, he was mouthing to Walt Weiss. He said, it's interference. That's what it is. That's all it is. Interference.
And neither foot was in the running lane when he made contact initially.
Now the Brewers get a break right there. So Hundley is out, and Brandon Barnes at the plate. Lines one foul. That running lane is so controversial. It comes up every year, and you go down that running lane. Very few runners actually are in that running lane.
It's hard for a right-handed batter when he's running hard to first base to stay in that running lane.
Right.
Left-hander's different, because you're starting on that side of the line.
And then the other problem, as Barnes sends one deep left center field, Parra is on the run, and he can't get this one. It's going to be off the base of the wall, and it is a double for Brandon Barnes. So a one-out double. Rockies just trying to get it to the top of their order, and they're going to do just that.
Barnes able to get a pretty good swing of this slider that stayed up. He didn't overswing. That's how well the ball carries out in this ballpark, right at the base of the wall on a slider that stayed up in the strike zone. That's been a very inconsistent pitch for Jonathan Broxton this year.
Brandon Barnes with his first hit of the night. Rockies have 10 hits tonight. And here's Willeen Rosario. In the air to right. Sounded like it was off the end of the bat, and Braun is there for the out. The pinch hitter Rosario, the power hitter, flies out. Broxton and out away from ending this one. The other thing about that runner's lane, if you go all the way down that lane, there's no base in the lane. So you actually have to kind of lean in or move back toward the baseline, right, to touch the base.
Really the only time it comes into play is when a catcher's making the throw.
Yeah.
Down the line, or maybe there's a swing bunt or a bunt. The third baseman's coming in that angle. Just an unusual play. You don't see that call that was just made all that often. That's a rare call, but it's the right one. He wasn't in the running lane, and he's out.
Last call for the Rockies here. It's Charlie Blackmon. And running lane or not, wherever that running lane is, and if it's on the other bases where it's established, you, as a runner, you still have to try to make an attempt to avoid the fielder if you're coming into the same space. Otherwise, it's interference.
Right. On a batted ball.
Oh, and 2 the count. Rockies down to their last strike. Broxton deals, and a fastball misses.
Got some good velocity, that 96. We've seen him hit 97 recently. He's got to be more consistent with the breaking ball.
Got a Runner at third. 2 men out, and that's hit hard, fair down the line. And it goes down into the corner, and Charlie Blackmon is on his way to third. It's going to be an RBI triple. It is 9-5 now as Charlie Blackmon, with the Rockies down to their last strike, delivers an RBI, his second hit of the night.
Yeah, one more base run. It's a save opportunity, and K-Rod's getting loose. And it was a breaking ball. It was a slider that stayed up once again, and Blackmon able to hit it hard down the line. And both hits coming on sliders from Broxton.
They never end easy here in Colorado. Leads evaporate quickly. Brewers still lead by 4, 2 outs, 9th inning. And here's DJ LeMahieu.
It'd be nice to end this thing right here. Got some heavy lumber coming up.
Tulowitzki on deck. Carlos Gonzalez after that if they get to him. There's a strike. And he was late. Fastball got by him. LeMahieu in a 1-2 count, and again Broxton a strike away from ending this one.
And if you throw the slider now, make sure you bounce it in the dirt. He's been hanging them. Either that or elevate that fastball. 1-2 count, don't have to throw a strike.
Craig and Augie standing by. Brewers Live coming your way, hopefully momentarily, from Wisconsin Dells. And another fastball fouled away. LeMahieu this year with a runner at third is 8 for 10. He has 10 RBIs in spots just like this. He's had a lot of success. And he doesn't bite on the Broxton slider. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's where you want it when you're ahead in the count.
Broxton has given up 2 hits, a double and a triple. Tough out at the plate. DJ LeMahieu, he's up in the top 5 in the league in hitting. And a fastball again. Can't quite dial it up, but he is staying alive. It's a pretty amazing statistic, really. That is a clutch statistic right there.
8 for 10.
With a runner at third. 8 hits and 10 at-bats. 10 runs batted.
Well, he's a good hitter. He's a contact hitter and doesn't try and do too much with it. Guys like that. Guys like Lucroy. I mean, but 8 for 10, that's ridiculous.
Another 2-2 on the way. And that one just missed. Count goes full.
This will be Broxton's last hitter for sure.
Council has Frankie Rodriguez ready in the bullpen. 3-2 now, with Tulowitzki due up next. Another foul out of play. Rockies down 4. If Tulowitzki bats in this inning, that will set up a save situation for Rodriguez. Got to move the tying run on deck. Here's a 3-2 and a called strike 3. LeMahieu slams his helmet down. The ball game ends on a backwards K. Jonathan Broxton strikes out LeMahieu. And the Brewers win it tonight by a 9-5 final score. Makes a winner out of Taylor Youngman, his second big league win. And the 6-game losing streak is over. With 2 Brewers home runs hit in today's game, a total of $25,000 was raised for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can go online to homerunchallenge.org. They boo the last result. The Brewers will take it, shaking hands and back in the win column once again after losing 6 straight. Time for Brewers Live. We check in with Craig and Augie at Wisconsin Dells. Take it away, boys.